Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome so much back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome so much back to our blindish, at this stage, playthrough of Blueprints. We're going into day 135 and wow, I'm so bumped up from the last couple of days that we've had. I mean, like the as I've said, the whole Remo every day with the Remo system has been really exciting, and I think that they've all been really fabulous days. It's just been like the last couple of days has been really interesting. Like, you know, the previous episode, the previous day was a weird drafting day with that seemed like it was going really badly, but then had all of this really unexpected success at the end. And the day before that was actually just a fully amazo day for me, that where so many of my goals and unexpected things, you know, were sort of like happened and were achieved. And yeah, just isn't this a fun game? Isn't this a fun freaking game? It's so good, and it's made so much better by, you know, the amazing gift that the community has given me. I'm gonna pick up my allowance. I'm gonna look at the flowers again because they're lovely. All right, welcome to day 135, everybody. I'm very happy. I'm very excited, and we're going to. We had a lot of really interesting successes yesterday, and achieved some things that were quite difficult that I'm really proud of. But the one thing that we didn't do a great job of yesterday is getting very many Remos. It's the only day so far where that's happened. So that is a huge priority for me today. Now I've got to start today with a bonus Remo that was sent to me from Kuma and Steve. Thank you so much. And this is a bonus Remo that was submitted by Sam Bamalam. Thank you so much, Sam. Hugely appreciate it. So this relates to Pump Room, and it's just a cool bit of trivia that I think definitely would not have realized otherwise. The Remo is that the estate pump control manages 46 units of water, however only 45 are accessible until you power the reserve pump and tank. Even though I've dealt with the Pump Room many times, and I've not only stared at those units of water many times, and I have even like sat down, done in my first notebook a long time ago, I've written, I've like drawn diagrams of all of the units of water, and I've sat there and worked out maths of how I could achieve certain things at certain times. It was a long time ago now, but like back when we were doing all of the Pump Room stuff. Despite all of those opportunities to realize the 46 connection, I never have, and probably I wouldn't have, because what else am I going to do with the Pump Room at this stage? Probably not that much, but even if I did, I probably still wouldn't realize that. So thank you so much, Sam. That is a very cool thing to know, and thank you, Kuma and Steve, for passing that on to me in a way that I finally noticed. Thank you. So that's really cool. That's an extra little bonus that we get to start today with. As for how we're actually going to do today, I really want to continue with the same rule system that I used yesterday. It's just that yesterday was a very strange. Yesterday in the mansion was had a strange set of goals that meant I was doing some really strange drafting, quite frankly. We're starting today with the key card, but not with any other items from Moon Pendant. It was a weird day. I still managed to do almost a full house. So one of those spaces actually was a space I didn't get to fill because I zoomed past it with my West Wing tunnel there. But actually, the room that is missing there is Break Room. The room that's missing there in rank 2 is Break Room. So that's yet another. Yeah, I experience it a lot. Break Room is one of the common rooms that seems to be missing in this weird missing room glitch. Anyway, nearly a full house, despite the fact that it seemed like it was going to be a short day for ironically, for a long time. Anyway, but today I'm not doing any weird. I don't have any particular weird drafting goals. My main goal is to just get some of my get as many of my remaining remos as I can. I cannot get all of them. For a couple of reasons. One is that a couple of them are related to the rough draft and the atelier. So, we need to get back there to get those. That's okay. One of them I will definitely be able to get in the outer room, which is the last outer room remo I need to get. So I'd really like to get that today. That's a root cellar. And other than that, I have 11 other rooms. Closet, locker room, pool, drafting studio, freezer, terrace, morning room, maid's chamber, gym, furnace, and dorm. My goal is just to try and get as many of those as I can. That's my main goal. Morning room is out of my control until kitchen allows me to get morning room. But aside from that, the rest is just up to sort of, the luck of the draft and the skill of the drafter, the skill of the architect, I suppose. Other than that, I'm just carrying over some of the same goals as yesterday, which is to try and get more observatories, ideally 2 observatories using the Chamber of Mirror, and maybe even seeing if we can get another observatory if we get up top of Chamber of Mirrors. That would be really nice, because I would love to go nuts with observatories right now. And because I'm still chasing up the potential for there being letters in our 4 rhyming rooms, aquarium, solarium, planetarium, and mechanarium, I really want to get solarium again, because if I'm correct about the letters that I think I've found in the other rooms so far, I don't know what's in solarium yet. So I want to take a look at it. But on that note, I do have something to tell you that may be complicating things, but maybe also correct. When I was looking back at the footage of our previous day in aquarium, I did see, because sometimes I tell you, I've said this before in this playthrough and in many other playthroughs, there is a very different experience to playing a game and being here in the moment looking at things. And it's also a very different experience when you are not playing, when you are an audience to the game, when you're watching a video of a Let's Play, right? You see things in a different way. And on top of that, there's the factor of, not having to constantly talk. There's the factor of not thinking about like the recording context. There's also just, there's something that goes on between the mind and the eye that means you really literally do see things in a different way. So when I was looking back at the footage of me looking around aquarium yesterday, I suddenly noticed that the pipes that are in my electric eel tank kind of look like a W. I think like having seen what looks like a lowercase e in planetarium also probably has put my mind into a different space, and I went, that really looks like a W, like a lowercase W at the top of the pipes that connect behind the eels, basically. So I'm just keeping in mind that aquarium could represent an X or could represent a W, which sort of, changes things a little bit. Anyway, so observatory goals, solarium goals, and payroll goal. Other than that, we're gonna keep it simple and just see how we go. So, I think that's all I had to say. I'm just checking the notes that I wrote to myself. Yep. All right. Let's get to it. Let's see how we do. Yep. Sorry. I'm just looking at my little map that I've got here of, so to reiterate, sorry, I didn't get around to this. The rules for the remos are going to be the same as what we did yesterday. I did say that, but just to make it clear. And maybe editing Rebecca will put up a little picture to make this a bit easier to understand. I'm going to do basically the spatialized map rules, where essentially across the 45, the 45 rooms, from rank 1 up to rank 9, essentially you can imagine 2 X's going up the room map. So that means in rank 1, it's our 2 wings, column A and column E, I'm calling them. In rank 2, it's column B and column D. In rank 3, it's the central room in column C, making the bottom half of an X up to that point, and then the top half goes up, and then we have a second X on top of that. Okay. Let's see if we can actually make this work today. So this spot is not a remo spot. The corner room beyond this is. Bedroom closet is one of the remos I'm trying to get though. So it's interesting to be offered this. And I think that hopefully that bodes well. Hopefully we're going to see bedroom closet somewhere else as well. Spare veranda will... I do love starting with spare veranda because we just give ourselves a little injection of luck. And that's not a bad thing. I might do that. It goes straight to the corner room. Oh, hello. I haven't had shovel at the beginning of a day in a while. Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you, spare veranda. Oh my god, I just realized how good that is, because today's going to be a root cellar day. Thank you, spare veranda. You beautiful, gorgeous room. Excellent. It would make the most sense to save the corners here, which are possible remo spots, so getting as many redraws as we can would be great to make the best use of them. So it might be best to save them until I've popped up to foundation to initiate the rook power. So I could even just go and do that now. But Maybe we'll just do the other entrance room drafts first. Okay. Parlor then is the thing for this spot. Easy. We don't have to think about that too much. And parlor is a good thing to start with anyway because I need the gems. This box is empty. Okay. There are 2 empty boxes. Is true. Sorry. Is true. There are 2 empty boxes, so that makes things easier. True box. There are 2 true boxes. This is the one that could be true or could be false. If you are true and, this is definitely true, then that works out, and this one would be false, meaning that the gems are here. So that scenario works out perfectly. If you are false, then you are false, and there is only one true box, and this is the true box, and so this is still false, and the gems are still in here. Okay, that's actually nice and simple. Hey, M. Lowry. Who are you? I've wondered since like day 1. I always thought we're gonna look out for the name M. Lowry. Maybe there is more information about M. Lowry that I still haven't found. Maybe there's a letter in this very room that I just haven't clicked on around the side of maybe there's an extra little drawer down here, or I can click on one of these books, or I don't know. Or there's a little, wouldn't it be amazing if there was just a little corner sticking out from here? Or a half-burned, letter just sticking a little bit out of the logs here. Has there ever been a fire lit in this room? Don't know. Okay, that's good then. So then that means this is a remo spot. But I'm gonna do this one from entrance hall, and I'm gonna do the magic thing I do, where I say to the blueprints gods, it would be really convenient if this spot here was study. It would be really great if this spot here was study. Oh! I must be in good with the gods. There are so many reasons why this and this, these are also great rooms here, but no. Thank you, study. Great. I might leave the apple for now, because it is located very conveniently next to entrance hall, just in case I have any kind of step thing. Yeah. Cool. It's been a long time since I've looked at this. now we have so much more context for, you know, for like what all of these books possibly are, right? Books, notebooks, probably a mixture of, you know, Orave and Herbert's things, I would imagine. Yeah, it's just interesting to think of other Simon, you know, and Herbert going through all of this, trying to figure stuff out. The missing photos. Oh, study, such a great room. It's such a great room. Me and Study safe. We're good buddies now. We're good buddies. Okay, that is so excellent. That means that it is quite easy to go out. It is quite easy to go to Root Cellar. And because, you know, of the way that the whole... I was actually curious how many times I've drafted this. Because I haven't really spent a lot of time actually in a while going back to, yeah, like how many times I've drafted different rooms. Lucky 13, eh? Great. Yeah. Like the sooner we can get Root Cellar, the better for the whole day. An underground store of jarred vegetables and fruits from Mount Holly's gardens. It's always amazing what great things come from a little digging around in the dirt. Dang straight, game. Dang straight. I took that one on board and have had many exciting dig spot adventures. All right. So, what can I do? I can draft from Parlor and just have a go with how, you know, how things are now. I'm just kind of seeing forward a little bit. Because we've blocked this off and this goes to a corner, you know, maybe I could put a corner spot here that will give us a way forward. But there's a lot of pressure on this spot from Parlor, essentially. And what I was also thinking is I've had the luck of being able to start my days recently very quickly with the master key, getting it from the coat check, the cloakroom, the coat check. But I don't have that anymore because I have tried putting the emerald bracelet in there, which would also be great, but what it means is I can't be cavalier about keys today. And I got no keys. So going up to foundation, yes, it's certainly an option for drafting, but I know that there will be obviously more trouble with locked doors up there. So yeah, so I actually think drafting from... No, so I think that what that means is that even though I don't have very many gems, I think it's worth it to go and get Root Cellar now, because more dig spots today could also mean more keys. And more of whatever. More of many other good things. So hopefully we get offered... Nope. We'll have to use some gems to redraw. But thankfully we know it's not going to take a lot. That's great. Root Cellar, please. Welcome, Root Cellar. Welcome to the day. It's lovely to see you again. Excellent. Well, let's take a look at our family tree here. Lionel Epstein, you're still such a figure of mystery to me. And let's go Remo hunting. All the way down. So you can see we've got 14 left to find. And now we've got 13 left to find. Again, lucky 13. So a story-related one. According to Maguire, McKinley, and McDougall, attorneys at law, Herbert had a death premonition in early October 1993. I am pretty sure I knew that, and I think I have it written down. I'm pulling up my first Hang on. I'm pulling up my first notebook. My timeline. Where are you, timeline? Oh, it's been exciting to get to check this again a little bit lately. Yeah, I have it here. I have... so sort of written above... I have premonition, ? Threat, ? Yeah. I think, I'm testing my memory a little bit now, but I think that we find that out from one of the emails. Probably, I would guess, in the office. Probably in the office. Yep. And then I have, he signed his will. He signed one of his wills on March 18. Kimberly was added admin in June 22nd of that year. Added as a data management user on August 1st. Did he change his will in early October? Starts preparing on May 2nd. That's really funny to see this one written here. On May 2nd, I do have a question mark here, so maybe I'm not sure, but I think it says M. Lowry dined, or, probably visited the estate. Interesting. And then kind of all of the big events happen with the death / the quotation marks death. Yeah. Maguire, McKinley, and McDougall. I'm pretty sure that that's who the email we see is from. Well, there's probably a bit of back and forth correspondence between them. Cool. All right, hang on here. I've got to take a photo for my records. Yes. I really, I'd love to go back through I think what I'd love to do is to fully remake my timeline with a lot of the new things I've learned in it, and go back to really going, actually, have I... Some things that I had questions about, have I answered them yet? And what questions kind of remain for me? Excellent. There we go. I remember when I was first going through this and first really putting my family tree ideas together. So exciting. Such an unbelievably exciting thing. It made Root Cellar instantly sort of one of my favorite rooms for a while. And Root Cellar, you guys probably remember, did have its time in the sun. It was my favorite outer room to have for a good long while. I became really addicted to dig spots, especially with being able to find vault keys and things like that around the place. And then the doing the handwriting analysis. Oh my God, doing the handwriting analysis of the little Simon P. Jones and things like that, and this, and finding out that Mary had written it, and wondering why black pen was used but sign was underlined with blue pen, and it's a very specific color of blue. There's not actually very many instances of this color blue being used, and much later, finally being able to see the I think the pencil letters XYZ ABC down the bottom. Exciting. Okay, well, we can dig these spots right now, so let's do it. Yes, it could be a jackhammer day. Yes, they could be used for redraws. Yes, I may regret doing this, but I'm not... Oh, hello. Bucket of water. Special water. Still water. Could be. Oh, great. That's nice. I think I'm just going to consider it. Yay. Okay, good. That's what I was hoping. So we've at least got a key to our name now. And the problem is, of course, that the master key, first off, we might not even get showroom for a while, and we don't know if master key will even be in there. And even if it is in there, it's the most expensive item available. So, yeah. Man, I love being a person who doesn't have to worry about keys. So I kind of would love to have master key back in the coat check. I think it is actually my favorite thing to have in the coat check, actually. On balance. Great. Okay. What ideas do I have for the scepter today? I don't know. So I think I'm going to leave it until I find myself with a specific need. That said, oh, I was going to pop up to foundation. That's what I was going to do. Yeah, I think foundation should be next. Yeah, that said, again, I always think starting with gold is a great option for me. I've got money to spend, and items is only going to make things easier. So getting a bunch of shop rooms early in the day is just that's the way to roll for me. That's the way to roll in this house. Oh, remember the basement key days? Good times. Good times. Foundation is visible today. Hello, elevator. How are you? Good to see you. Great work as always. Because we did the tunnel day yesterday, I was thinking about tunnel again, and just thinking about how tunnel as a room really does have a very different role in my playthrough. I'm imagining for a lot of people it's much more helpful a room, and it gets drafted a lot more. Whereas for me, it is because I have a rank 8 foundation that is in, for me, such a good position. I love it. Despite its disadvantages, it is just such a great daily assistance that tunnel just doesn't have a lot of use for me in most cases. Like, I usually just can come up here fairly quickly and easily. And I like that because obviously, there we go. Because obviously using tunnel to get to move through, to move probably in most cases up, right? To move through the house, it uses up a lot of spaces. And so I feel lucky that I don't have to do that. Now, none of the spots around foundation, immediately from foundation, are remo spots. Yeah, whatever, let's dig. Could have more keys. Turnip is great. Key! Oh, that's so good. That is actually so good. Okay, great. I'm glad I made that choice. So we could also just do a little drafting up here. Why not? Wait, that's why. I was kind of thinking probably these will be locked doors, but I'd prefer not to use my keys yet if I can avoid it. Okay, this one is not. Okay, oh, great room selections. Great room selections. I think dining room here then is kind of perfect. Because drawing room is also really good, but it means that we're sort of wasting one of its exits that has the extra drawing power. So I would rather, an observatory just doesn't go to the right spot. So this is excellent for dining room. Excellent. And it also means I know furnace. That works out really well because my intention today is to draft furnace. I need the remo. Okay. Well, with the number of turnips I've picked up, I'm still doing pretty good for steps. So I actually don't think I'll pick up Joya just yet because I would rather be able to use them with Silver Spoon if I can. Yeah. Okay. I think with that, I'm confident that I have, if need be, I have some good possibilities for drafting up here, but I'd rather now go back down to the bottom of the house and, draft in the conventional manner from the south. Let's do it. Now I can use we're in a really great spot now with having study as a backup for redrawing, but also having the corner redraw, rook power. So excellent. Oops, sorry, I looked over at my notes. Simon smacks his face into a rock wall. I apologize, Simon. I apologize. Yeah, alright. It's on my mind if I want to go shop rooms. Yes, I do. You know what? Yes, I do. I think we're gonna have another thing. We can change this to something else if I need be. It might even be that I go red, because I do have 3 red rooms that I need. Of course, that is very dangerous prospect, but let's say we get towards the end of the day, maybe. I need maid's chamber, gym, and furnace. But for now, gold rooms. Even though there's not a single gold room I need the remo for, you know, everything will be better with more items. Okay. I do really need... None of these rooms are good. None of these rooms are good at all on this spot. The gift shop is the least bad, but it's still not good. I'd really, really promote rather something else. So I hate to do it with only 5 gems, but I'm going to redraw. Okay, all better. And thankfully we've got Dovecote here as well. I think then kitchen just makes the most sense here. Unless is there any advantage to me putting Dovecote here? Not really. Dovecote just, its advantage, its ability is just so limited. Like, it's often very welcome in the moment, but it's just very limited in time. It's a shame, because look at how good even just the plan for this room is. I love it. It's full of doves. It's so good. They look fantastic. I really like that room. I like everything about that room except for the fact that I can't use its... Look at that. We don't get to see this little dove icon here very often, you know? It's such a... Yeah. It's just such a hard room to make use of. Anyway, so I think kitchen is what goes here. Kitchen is what goes here. Okay. Now... Maybe it's time... Yeah. I'm doing a fair bit of backing and forthing, but let's see what we can get here in the corner. Now, this one is a remo spot, and I've actually just also realized that the kitchen is on a remo spot as well, but to be honest, it just kind of couldn't be helped. Like, I need the bottom, the low rank rooms are difficult to use in that way when I have a bit of a, you know, I have a little bit of an exit issue, so kitchen really was the best thing to put there. Here, of my closet, so pool, locker room, those are reliant. Those are both pool is reliant on pool, locker room is reliant on pool. They're not going here. Drafting studio is not going here. Freezer really has to be a close to the end of the day thing, ideally. Terrace, it's not going to go here. I don't know about whether morning room would go here in the corner anyway. I've personally never had it in the corner, but I haven't had it that much. But I do realize I should have looked at kitchen first anyway. So dorm, of the rooms I need remos for, dorm, furnace, maid's chamber, and closet are the possibilities on this spot. And it would be really good to make it a corner room for the exits. Yeah. Alright, well, let's try our free redraws and see what... But that's... I mean, that's so good, though. That helps my whole day so much. I've only got 3 gems. I think I gotta do it. I think I've got to do it. I'm not in a good position. All right, so I think that we have to use... I think that's just too good of an opportunity to pass up. Great. The emerald bracelet is like the dig spots, like root cellar. It's going to make the whole day better. Okay. All right. That changes the gem game. But it does mean, yeah, I don't have good... I look at my access from down here is now completely limited to kitchen, I may end up needing to go and draft up from foundation after all. But let's see how we go. So first off, tomato soup. All right, so no morning room today. That can't be helped. Nothing I can do about that. Okay. Interesting though that this is again something that could work with the red rooms. Oh. Will the red rooms work with me is the question. Okay. So this is a rather this is a rather critical draft here, and I only have 3 gems for redrawing. That's the situation I'm in. So obviously a north-south room is what I'm after here. With the gold scepter, we could be lucky enough to get gift shop. Hey, very lucky. Very lucky. As good as laundry room would be for solving my redraw problem, then I would have a small section of house in the southern wing, let's say, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms, which I don't think I've had in a very, very, very long time, if ever at all. That could be my smallest beginning room section ever, I'm not sure. So I think, like, look, let's hope we get laundry room somewhere else. The gold scepter hopefully will help with that. On this spot here, which is not a remo spot, let's go gift shop, because it's a gold room. It will keep getting offered to us anyway. Now we get this corner on offer, which again is a remo spot. Let's see what we can make happen here. Of course, we're getting, these rooms are always going to be common until I actually pick them and get them out of the way. And the corner room loves them. Let's see if we could get closet. Closet would probably be the ideal. Closet or laundry. Like laundry for a non-remo option, closet for a remo option. Yeah, I think furnace would not be my favorite thing to be getting at this end of the day. I'm just considering other options. I mean, locksmith, very compelling for potentially solving a tricky key issue as well. Yeah. The problem is I really do need to use my early rooms to create possibilities for myself. This is the spot I put planetarium on yesterday, I think. Well, it does have a lot of good things in it, as does boudoir. Let's gamble. Let's try our last. Okay. I was just thinking, what does the utility closet do for me? Nothing. I have the key card, so we're good. In that case, unless I use gem redraws, which I don't really want to. We've got many other remo spots in the day. It's fine. Let's make this spot. Maybe we should just go observatory. I mean, this is very attractive for the 2 redraws and the gem. Let's go observatory. It's another critical goal. To be honest, that's sort of what I expected. Add a word to Spiral of Stars, then gain 1 key, and the great thing is we got a key from that, so that's great, but I didn't get anything additional from the end. So I'm so curious about the next word, because I think that'll start to tell me a lot about the direction of this message. As I said yesterday, it could be gain 1 key and gain 1 key, or gain 1 key and 1 key and 1 key and 1. The whole rest of the message could be like that. But yeah, it could also be going in another direction. And apples are extra delicious today, so I'm glad I left that apple in the study. Great. Okay, that's useful. And we're on 107 stars. Now we can only go up from observatory. This will not be going into a remo spot. I'm just updating my own little map here. Okay. So on rank 3, only this center room in essentially column C, below, directly south from antechamber, directly above the entrance hall. This is the remo spot on this rank, and also this spot next west of study is a remo spot. So these two. Really, room options are a priority here. So I think, yeah, conference room or East Wing Hall are the best things. And I guess on balance, maybe conference room is just the potentially more useful of the two. It could give us something later, not now. It could give us something later. Okay, let's then try. So one of the things to keep in mind about the remo rooms I'm trying to get is terrace is possible, but it needs to be drafted on a wing. So possibly up, north from conference room. Not directly north of conference room, but actually the one above. So 2 north of conference room could be a good terrace spot actually, if I can manage it. Let's see what we get here then. Not a remo spot. Okay, so Den is probably really good then. Yeah, commissary just takes us to nowhere. Nook takes us to nowhere. It's Den. Oh, the emerald bracelet really helps a lot. Really helps us a lot. That means gems are all just about redrawing possibilities. That's super useful. Now this one is a remo spot, right in the center here. And this one, so both of these exits from Den are remo spots. Given that, I might go back and go up from conference room. This one is not a remo spot, so there's a bit more freedom here. Aquarium might be perfect, and then I can show you the W. Again, yeah, break room definitely useful, especially given my key. I'm back to begging for keys. However, is there a special key in particular I'm super interested in? No particular interest, I think. So I think aquarium is excellent here. Okay, I gotta keep in mind to really look out for dig spots as well because of root cellar. So there we go. I knew aquarium was likely to have some extra ones in it. Oh, good key, lovely. I'm gonna dig. I'm just gonna dig. I'm a dig. So this, it's more like a trident, of course, with the bottom. But when I was looking at the footage, seeing it kind of a bit more from a bit more of a distance and out of the moment just made me go, that does look like a W. Sort of. Looks like a W, but again, it's sort of thrown off by the stem here. So I'm sort of considering that as a possibility. It's been so long since I've seen root cellar dig spots. They're kind of both a little bit creepy, but also kind of really nice. Nature taking over as it should. Then north of aquarium is also a remo spot, so this would be so good. There's other possibilities, but this would be so particularly good for terrace. Which makes me think, and then this is also a remo spot. I might actually draft from here then, because it feels relatively like there's a bit more a bit more liberty with this one. Oh, I need some key. Maybe the other door doesn't. I'm gonna go around. What if I go from here? And in fact, locksmith is on offer. Which again could be a really good thing. So could commissary, and so could hallway with the trunk and the 2 exits also be very good. You know, am I sacrificing yet another Remo spot, or am I going to redraw to try to get something here? Perhaps here, you know, a room with exits. I'm just looking at the list of Remo rooms. You know, closet, pool, locker room, drafting studio, freezer, terrace, maid's chamber, gym, furnace, dormitory. Or dormitory. Like pool would probably be really ideal. I don't know how lucky I could get with that. I just don't have enough redraws yet. These are good options. These are good options. So I'm sort of like, should I take a good option while it's on offer? And I guess if I get more of my gold rooms out of the way, I could switch my scepter even over to green just for terrace. Just for getting terrace, which is a bit of a difficult room to draw. So I'm actually going to put commissary here. Sorry, it's a bit of a wah-wah for Remos, but super good in other ways. Set of gems, sledgehammer. Yes, this is all really good. This is all really good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So there's even more gems on offer. Yeah, let's take them all, because that's all free. Not free. those are all redraws. And I'm just kind of thinking of my money, because I've already spent a fair bit. Like if I were to get laundry, I'd really like to be able to use that money. Yeah, I'd really like to be able to use that money. That's the end of the sentence. But there's a little bit extra for me. That's great. Okay, so let me check my map again. All right. So from here, this next spot from commissary is not a Remo spot. Let's go for it. I'm going to say showroom or laundry would be really, really good here. So would treasure trove though. So would treasure trove. So would treasure trove, because I would have that money ready and waiting for me after using laundry. I think laundry. Laundry is just the smart choice here. It's not perfect, but it's a big game changer. The nice thing about this is we will have a little bit of money after this. But is it... Let me have a think about this, because this is going to cut into my gem fund to consider this, but I could get a really nice amount of keys from this first. 13 keys. That would just give me a little bit, you know, some less... I think it's ultimately smart. I think it's ultimately smart to do this. There we go. Way less of a key problem, because I'm sort of anticipating that Master Key might not be on the cards today. And then we can still get a big bunch of gems from this. Yep. Yep, okay. I was just having a think about the timing of it, but no, that's great. That's great. All right, we can breathe. We can breathe easy with keys. We're breezy with keys, and we're breezy with redraws, and we don't even need those gems for room drafting, so that's good. We do have a money problem now, but not too bad. And I have, you know, I do have a good little set of excellent items there, and we will still be getting things from Root Cellar and whatnot, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully I can't even buy those shoes now. Can't even buy myself some older gym shoes. They're probably old gym shoes, right? Like they're not, I'm not getting a fresh pair of brand new gym shoes every day, which is why they probably should be cleaned in the sauna. Okay, all right. I think that was a good choice. Again, for those early rooms, it's just I'm really trying to make this double X pattern for the Remos work, and I really hope I can pull it back today. I like it. I was so thrilled when I came up with this idea. I was like, oh, that's really neat. Like 2 X's, you know, going up the house. So some of them are on the wing, some of them are in the central rooms. You know, there's something satisfying about the fact that it makes 2 X's. X marks the spot. I like it. I liked it as a rule. And it's turned out to be just so far a difficult rule for me to actually come good on. Okay, so now this means that the room from Den is a remo spot and the room north of Aquarium is also a remo spot. Let's go from Den since we're here. But we now have so much more redraw potential, and I actually had because we've made a little tunnel here, I know that often means that our straight ahead rooms become more common, and I thought, yeah, like combined with the scepter that I have, I can imagine I'm going to get showroom as an offering, and I was thinking I so much want to take showroom. I so much want to take it, because again, it's just a big game-changing room for me. That said, I have no money to spend in here now, but at least we would know what was on offer. And I am wanting to see if Moon Pendant becomes an offering today, just out of interest. The reason being that I am a little bit wondering if the pattern of showroom offerings I'm getting has been influenced by me having Master Key in the coat check. And I feel like it's the timing of it has coincided with me suddenly not getting Moon Pendant. Okay, alright, just having a think with some of my tea. So do I take showroom, sacrifice yet another remo spot, but there are still many more. Or do I try to make, so what would otherwise be good on this spot? For the shape of the spot, drafting studio would be brilliant. Let's see how lucky we get. It's a difficult ask. Yeah. See these I feel like the straight ahead rooms are workshop, yes. I've only got 3 more goes at this, so I might have to abandon. If I get another good... Oh, dormitory. Dormitory is on the list. Okay. That again blocks me off from everywhere but the east, at least from the southern part of the house. But maybe that's what we're here to do, right? Is take these offerings. So I can't always make a great, well-connected house. Dormitories gifted me with a couple of redraws, some steps. Excellent. Let's look at the Kararika flat flags. I don't know what those things are called. And let's take a look at dormitory. Beautiful. This is a reproduction of Mary's dorm room. The original is, of course, in Kararika. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I hadn't been thinking about it that way. That makes perfect sense. Why then? So it makes perfect sense, but here's the question it raises for me. Like, why is it here? I had always imagined, because there was always talk about, like Mary spending time, here in the estate. Like she lived here in the estate for a while. And yes, she went to Kararika to study. But I guess I'm imagining then that she still spent some amount of time here studying as well. So, like, in a sense, even if it's a recreation of her room in Kararika, isn't it also a room that she would have actually studied in here as well? I don't know, that's how I'm sort of like adjusting my I'm adjusting my imagination about this room in my head as I speak. But it still makes sense to me that she would have, you know, she would have also been here studying for some time as well. In which case, yes, it's still a reproduction, but it's also still a room that she spent time in using. I don't know. Yeah, that's I don't know. At the moment, just immediately faced with this, and as I said, like, kind of shifting things around in my head on the moment, that's kind of how I'm imagining things. Interesting. I also wonder, I mean, I suppose it's also making me think, how is that known? And I, you know, like that, obviously, you know, I'm not asking to be told, but just letting you know that I'm wondering that. I mean, like, of course she has Carrerica University stuff here, but that she could have, my imagination was always like, this could be the time where she could be studying here after having been to Carrerica University. She could be studying here in her break time. Like, she might not have always been at Carrerica University. And in addition, this could also be her aiming to go to Carrerica University. You know, the fact that these are here doesn't mean that this on its own to me doesn't mean this room is in Carrerica. You know, there's a lot of other possible explanations for it for me. Yeah, you know, like the luggage, all right, like, of course the luggage makes sense if she's in Carrerica in a dorm room. You know, it's like a dorm room, right? But also, what it was just considering, what it was just thinking is, okay, hang on, if this is a room, like, if we now imagine this room is in Carrerica, what I was thinking is she's probably in a cold, snowy place, right? So I was like, where is her heater? where's her ducted heating? Yeah, I mean, my memory of where bits and pieces of information come from is mainly that for me personally, there might be things I haven't found, and even, you know, other information in like other upgrade rooms and things like that. But the main information I can think relating to this room for me is what we find, the letters in the dovecote in Dovatorium. It's just been a really long time since I've looked at them, so I probably have to have a look again to see exactly how things are worded. I might have made assumptions, and it's probably good that I go back to those assumptions. Nice to see duck again. Duck. And the angry furnace. Ah. This is the one that drives me crazy. Why it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth, i.e. dig in the bunk room. That's what that says to me. Cool. All right. Excellent. We finally made good on another remo. So now, but we cannot draft any more down here apart from Aquarium. Now here's the tricky thing. From Aquarium, and one of the reasons why taking Showroom on that spot was actually extra attractive to me is that it's one of the spaces where I can possibly get terrace. This would actually have been a great position to be in if I had the prism key, because I would have been able to make sure I get a green room from here. As I don't have prism key, yes, I do have the choice of going up and drafting from here to make other possibilities happen, and maybe that's what I will do. In order to come back and do my very best to try and get terrace on this spot. My other option is to change my scepter over to green. We have redraws now, which is fantastic. But I think to really make Terrace likely, I would probably need one of those two things, like a prism key or to change the Royal Scepter to green. And I would be doing that really just for that one spot. That's the only green room I need a remo for. So I think, given that I've now got all of these keys, I think I actually will go up to Foundation. Yeah, I think let's try and be strategic about this. I just don't know if I want to change the scepter just yet. This way, kitchen. Now I have no money. I could buy a banana. It's fine. I've got 51 steps. It's fine. I have to do this. Everybody. Makes me feel better about the world. I'm using up some of the water units. Where am I going? This way. No. Yes, I came into kitchen and I left. I went backwards. All right. That's indecision for you. I could go and eat that apple. Oh, whatever. It's fine. What we have is fine. All right. Back up to Foundation again. A lot of back and forthing. Hey, Mount Holly. I don't pay as much attention to you lately as I should. I remember especially early on in the playthrough just wanting to stare out at all of that ravine and the mountains so much. Elevator is here. I don't need to push the button. I like pushing the button though. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if I really feel like going and opening the North Lever yet. I think it's fine. I'm sort of feeling like we might be okay for steps today. Alright. So below dining room is a remo spot. Below Foundation is not a remo spot. Below and above Foundation is not a remo spot. So if you imagine the X pattern starting from the top, then it's the East Wing and the West Wing spots are our remo spots. Here it is, on rank 8, it is just this spot because Foundation takes up the other spot. And then here from dining room, south of dining room rather, in column C here is on rank 7, is the center of the top X. And then these two spots, column B and column D, and here, and here. And here, and here. So those are sort of the remo spots we have remaining. Given that, I think going north and south of Foundation would be useful. Maybe let's try south first. You can have a key now, it's fine. Okay, alright. Oh, good options. Alright, so it's Great Hall or Showroom, absolutely, for me. While I still have no money, Showroom is very attractive simply to have it on offer, to know it's there for when I do have money. And again, to get it out of the way while I still have the gold. Alright, I've convinced myself. That's what's going here. Excellent. Now this also means that Showroom goes directly into a remo spot as well. There we go. So Moon Pendant is on offer. That's what my gut was telling me. It may be that we only have, I think this is something I've tended over the years. I've tended over time to have the impression that there are certain, with the shop rooms, there are certain collections of items that come together. So, for example, in Showroom, having the combination of Moon Pendant, Master Key, Chronograph, and Silver Spoon is one of the available combinations. I've never sat down and actually just written this down and checked, but I think I've been sort of happy to go. I can see that there is a certain, there's obviously, there's a certain pattern to the kind of things that are available. You know, there's usually one of the more expensive items, whether it's this or emerald bracelet, and then there's these middling 30 coin items, and sometimes there's moon pendant. Yeah, like, so there's usually like a kind of a spread, you know, a certain spread that makes sense. That's really good though. That's really good. So Master Key is on offer now. Chronograph also still good. Silver Spoon always amazing. And for the first time in a little while, I might actually be able to, you know, finish today with the moon pendant. Okay, that's really good. So we have that there. We have that there. What I might do now is go north of Foundation. Hang on. Do I want to change the Royal Scepter already now? Because I've got laundry room, commissary, kitchen, gift shop, aquarium and showroom. I won't be getting armory and bookshop. That's locksmith is the only other one. And I don't necessarily need it. So I don't think I need... Yeah, I don't think I need this scepter. I don't think I need the scepter doing this. As much as I was considering that it might finally be a cool day to do the red scepter. It's trouble in so many other ways, especially with so much drafting that I still want to do. And I think if I am going to do that, I need to do it on a day where I have shelter or the Knight's Shield. So I think I might go green scepter now. Yay! I haven't had green scepter enough. Maybe only once before, I think. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And it feels like a good match with a root cellar day, right? It feels like a good, yeah. That feels nice. That feels satisfying. And the main reason I'm doing that is for terrace, to get terrace here or here, ideally. But, you know, pretty much all of the other green rooms are very, very welcome. So let's try from here. Okay. Wow. The last couple of days, this room really wants to... excuse me. Really wants to send me, like, around the corner to the antechamber. Into the closed door of the antechamber. So, yeah, I'm going to redraw. I was just having a think to myself, what do I want on this spot? I do... these are two rooms I really need, but not here. So this isn't a Remo spot anyway. I need to get Maid's Chamber somewhere else. And I do really want Solarium to check it for letters. But, yeah, not here. I really want to get to my precious, precious corner spot, so we'll redraw. Dang, I'm really looking at this and going, I wish the ornate compass was on offer today. Oh boy. What's going on? Okay, this is a bit better. So trophy room is probably just, it's a really good spot to put here. The issue, of course, is it does keep me out of antechamber, which is risky. Not just because of not being able to get in there to get the crown, but because of, yeah, if I have a need to draft from antechamber. But 8 gems for other redraws, it might just be the thing. Okay. I'm doing it. Let's take these blood diamonds. This is a Remo spot. So I'm just going to cross Dorm off my list. Now, this is where Maid's Chamber could be good. The problem is, look, I really don't want the effect of Maid's Chamber, and I would have liked to be able to try and go for this, you know, in combination with Shelter, so that we weren't getting the... It's such a problematic room, like, it's why I never draft it. In fact, how many times have I drafted it? 16! That's more than I thought. But that must have... I reckon the vast majority of that must have been at the beginning of the playthrough. And it is rare. For good reason. Yeah, so could be a tricky ask. Other than that, closet, which surely should not be a tricky ask, would be great. It would be really great if I could get like a closet from Maid's Chamber, but actually with my current pattern to get the remos in both rooms, that wouldn't be possible. Yeah, other than that, furnace, freezer. Yeah. I would probably go furnace at this stage. And just with all of the redraw potential we have, you know, just kind of, you know, struggle with the red room effect. Okay. So this could be a good spot for Solarium. But, you know, nicer to get it on a non-Remo spot. So let's keep going. I do really want to keep getting, okay. Freezer is obviously something I want to get, but without having sauna, which I need pool for. I really need to get pool somewhere anywhere to try and get both pool and locker room remos. And sauna would be good, you know, and furnace. I'd really like those things before drafting freezer if possible, or to get it at the end of the day. Okay. So we'll go through some redraws. Oh, sorry, I was just listening. Oh, I thought I heard Pixel meowing. Walk-in closet's good. Hello, Solarium. Yeah, I'm keeping you in mind. I have the remo for the lav now, so that's good. That's good. Attic is a very, very good choice otherwise. It's a very dang good choice. And this is where I now wish I had bought Chronograph so that I could go back to it. But I didn't have any money. I got no money. I got no money. Planetarium, here's the thing. Planetarium would at least definitely give me a prism key, and that would mean I could use the prism key from Aquarium and using a combination of prism key, like a green prism key, you know, the prism key green effect from Aquarium, and combining it with the green scepter. You know, I don't know, it's got to mean that I get extra green rooms, right? No, it doesn't mean anything, but but terrace would be assured. The thing is, it's probably assured anyway, really. I don't know. So that's not a bad pick, and it comes with all of the other benefits of Planetarium as well. And we do even have Sledgehammer for the trunk. 3 more gem redraws and 2 die redraws. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep seeing if closet... Okay. Oh. Well... maybe it's Maid's Chamber time. Less likely to find items laying around in your house. Ah, man. Ah, man, I hate this effect so much. Hello, Maid's Chamber. Hello. Alright, well, since we're here, everybody, you know what we gotta do? We gotta look at this picture. So, hello, Anne. Hello, Anne, in your nice, neat little power suit. It really changes the entire dynamic of this picture for me, and that's nothing against Anne. It's just that, like, I guess what you guys have to understand about the way I've been seeing Clara all of this time, and I still have very warm feelings about Clara, and I think everything tells me Clara was most likely a wonderful person. But to me, this picture was a part of that story. If I, you know, saw the woman in the middle as Clara, in, you know, her older years, to me that really showed how much of a wonderful person she was. That I suppose a photo like this obviously could just be a photo. It doesn't tell you what anybody's feelings are, right? But I feel that seeing it in the context of a game like this, steers towards suggesting a camaraderie between the people in it to a certain degree. I guess that's just the way that I see it, right? And so seeing the woman in the middle as Clara always wove a particular narrative for me that Clara was on really, had a good relationship with the staff, and that they felt a little bit more like a dysfunctional family, but a family nonetheless. That there were, especially with, Hartley having his hand on the back of the chair and things like that. Now, all of that can apply to Anne as well, so that's great. As I said, absolutely nothing against Anne. It's just that is the way that through all of this playthrough, I viewed this, I was viewing this picture, through most of it anyway. Now I have a huge problem. And I wish I had the magnifying glass to give you like some visual emphasis here, but I can't. Who the hell is that other woman then? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Who is this other maid? I have always tended to think that the younger woman with the, like the blonde kind of curly hair there is most likely Bridget. Somehow Bridget just seems young to me in the stories that we see of her. She seems sort of young and polite, I suppose. I get a youth feeling from her. So I've always imagined that is Bridget. But to me, it was very easy to understand why the other maid was Anne, an older maid, So who the hell is this woman? Who is this woman? How do I not? It's not Kimberly. The woman in the middle on the chair is more likely Kimberly than that maid. Who the hell is that then? I don't know any other maid names, but like, when one of my earliest memories of this game is going into Darkroom, and finally, it was probably like episode 8 or something, right? Where I had, I don't know, or day 8, which I know was split over 3. It was like I think it was like my first day that was split over 3 episodes. It was a really good day. I remember it very distinctly. Anyway, so it's probably around then that I finally not just got into Darkroom, but was able to light up Darkroom. And that was when I was able, it was an amazing, amazing moment in my experience of this game, being able to see those pictures, including the one that we were talking about yesterday of Herbert taking a photo of himself in the lavatory, which, Steve suggested is probably just a nod to bathroom selfies, which probably it is. But yeah, anyway, like, I think literally the most common photo in that room are the photos of the two maids. So it was full of importance, full of suggestion. What's going on with the maids, Back when I didn't know most of the things I know now, and I was able to go, like I was spent so long looking at those photos, looking at every aspect of them and going, what is being suggested here? What is to be seen in the background of these photos? What differences do you see between the different versions of this photo of the two maids? And who are they and what's going on with them? And it always seemed to me, for a very long time anyway, that we were heading towards some kind of conspiracy with one of the maids. As time went on, of course, these stories all changed in my mind, and that I wasn't really looking for a maid conspiracy anymore. Even like doing handwriting analysis, so I'm pretty sure I mentioned this a few episodes back, or a couple episodes back, that I had found out about Bridget's involvement in the moonshine operation, probably before I even knew it was a moonshine operation, actually, when I didn't actually know what they were moving in the cars, but I knew that they were moving things without Anne knowing. And the reason I found out about that is actually from the handwriting analysis, because I had seen that Bridget was the one who had written I think it might have even been the note that we find in the car. That's sort of my memory. I could be wrong. But anyway, that's Bridget. That's Bridget. So I sort of knew, okay, Bridget, something's up with some of the stuff. They're doing things, you know, they're transporting things secretly. Is it Mary? You know, I don't know. But I knew that they were doing that. But at the same time, it didn't necessarily seem like what they were doing was bad per se. I didn't know if it was going to be a bad thing originally. But then I was like, oh, maybe they're doing something really good. You know, like maybe they're saving Mary without Anne's knowledge. Anyway, so I'm going on a little bit, but yeah, this is, so anyway, this represents, this represents a really interesting question for me. Who is this woman? Anyway, I don't know. But here we are. We're in Maid's chamber. So let's move on. Maybe the Remo will tell me who the woman is. Maid's chamber, it's your day. Oh, look at that. I'm glad I just told you all of those thoughts. Okay, all right, here we go. Pictured left to right. Hang on, I'm going to take a photo of this right now. Pictured left to right. R, M, H, R, B, C, D, A, B, C, T. Unknown seasonal worker, you say? Or KD in disguise? DR. Okay, so hang on. Let me just do a little cross-checking with how... Like, I've told you in the past who I think everyone is anyway. Okay, now I've got the Remo here on my phone, so... I really wish I had the magnifying glass to make this easier to describe things to you, but from left to right. So the sort of the young man in the suit, RM, Randolph Moore. That is not who I thought Randolph was. That is not who I thought Randolph was. I thought that was Denny. So this note is saying Denny is the guy on the right. No, hang on, no, I don't think I thought that was, hang on, let me, yes, no, that's who I thought Denny was. I always pictured Denny as a bit more of a younger man, and I pictured Randolph as a bit more of an older man. Not an old man, just a bit older. So, that's... interesting. And again, I guess I'm wondering how that is known. The other reason I thought that the guy on the right was Randolph is because I thought, is that kind of, you know, suggesting a lab coat? But if that's Denny, I guess it's more suggestive of a gardener. The hat, I suppose, is suggestive of a gardener to me. I did not picture Randolph like that. Even the suit. I mean, Hartley, yes. Anne, of course, I've accepted reality now. That's Anne. Bridget, hang on, let's just go through. So left to right, RM. So leftmost guy, Randolph. HR, Hartley, we know. B, yes, I'm with you, that's Bridget. That's Bridget. The guy in the middle at the back, CT. Really? Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've missed somebody. Yeah. After Bridget, sorry, not CT, CD. So, but Kirk Darren is with a K. I assume that's what is meant. I think that's... Because I've always assumed that's Kirk Darren, since I knew about Kirk Darren, actually, which took a long time. But since I've known about Kirk Darren, I have assumed that man at the back with the black hat and the black tie and the little moustache is Kirk Darren. So I assume that's meant to be a KD, not a CD. And down the front, yes, AB. and then CT, because that's a driver outfit that's a driver outfit. So that's Christoph. Unknown seasonal worker with the 2 pigtails down the front. It's so strange to me that they would have, what? Why? Look, okay, let's just have a small moment of discussion here about how weird it is to me that we have 2 worlds here that are sort of at play in the story that's been written here in this game, right? We have a world of, let's call it sort of a more complex reality, and we have the more intimate, detailed world of the close group of characters that become characters in this game. The characters that are given names, whose stories are fleshed out. But we also have another wider reality of the game where we sort of assume there's a little bit more. Like there's mention of seasonal workers, I think, in the staff announcements, right? We know that there are other people in this world, and we know that sometimes things have to be done with other people. We know that Herbert has visitors that we will not ever really know anything about, I think, probably, like M. Lowry and, some of the other people who are just known, who are just mentioned, in various letters, things like that. And they don't actually get fleshed out in any wider sense, right? So there are other people who both work in this house. There are other people who come and do things in this house. Maybe they get a bit of mention in some of the emails, that sort of thing. The lawyers, the guy, the electric company people who work on the utility buttons, things like that. But then we have our core characters. I am very surprised that a picture like this represents so many of the core characters, but one rando, quite frankly. And not just this picture, but a very conspicuous set of photos in the dark room that is a highly suggestive room that is going to shape anybody's interaction with this game when they first come into this game. I cannot believe a single person would go into the dark room lit up for the first time, look at those photos, and not have wild ideas about everything that's represented in every photo available there. The Hartley photo, the tree photo, the Herbert photo, and definitely the weird maid's photo. The multiple copies of the maid's photos. And so I am just so blindsided at the suggestion that there is just one. Why wouldn't you? I would think if you were going to represent a random worker who doesn't actually have a character in this game, first off, that you would not have the same person in the dark room. That's strange to me. The suggestion of this person has been repeated in the early photos, again, that anybody's, not late game photos, early photos that you find in the game. Just from a writing perspective, I find this really strange. And I guess what I was going to say is, if you were going to have a random seasonal worker represented in a photo like this, I would expect that you would have at least 2 of them, because having one makes them seem really special and particular. But I think if you had 2 or 3, you would go, here are main characters and there are some other people around them, like then they become more like setting. But this is not like setting. This makes you really curious about who this maid is. And we are, after all, in Maid's Chamber. Sorry, I didn't mean to call it a day. A typical example, I do remember like what's suggested here. A typical example of the accommodations for the live-in staff on the estate. It appears this particular bedroom belongs to one of the maids. So yes, it doesn't tell you, it suggests there are multiple maids, and it tells you that it belongs to one of them. But just having one of them represented here amongst many other named characters who are all major characters in the game. And one of the most major, Hartley, he's everywhere. He's everywhere in every day in almost every room. Hartley is present in this in our days, let alone the story, let alone the love of Herbert's life. Bridget comes up a lot, and Bridget and Christoph kind of come up a lot and are associated with, the really interesting kind of secret shenanigans. Kirk Darren is a real figure of interest because he's associated with security, and his, there's a lot of back and forth thing about between him and Herbert and Anne, and we even have the suggestion at some point that maybe he's, like he has a different name and maybe something sneaky is going on. Randolph is a good friend. We've talked to Randolph so much. Denny, one of the huge characters of interest in this game, with a very, very, very critical role. And then just a random seasonal maid, one of them. That I'm just going to say that's so surprising to me. Anyway, so there you go. This is a really, really interesting revelation for me. Man, I'm just thinking about Denny and Randolph being different people. All right. Anyway, on we go. So we might as well do the spot around the back of the foundation. This is not a Remo spot, so anything could go here. And I'm going to will into existence. I'm going to pray again to the gods, the ever-giving God, Blueprints gods, that I think attic might be really good. Take a key. Veranda might help. The problem with this is the crappy thing again with Maid's Chamber. Maid's Chamber effect, as far as I understand it, just going from the way it's written, is that it reduces the likelihood of finding items in any room, like across all rooms in general. Veranda and spare veranda in my case only help me to find items in green rooms specifically. So I was going to say, isn't this great? I can undo the effect of Maid's Chamber here, but I can't. I can only increase my luck in green rooms. So, but maybe I need it. Maybe we can have a very greenhouse today, if I can make good on my green scepter today. So let's actually go with the veranda here. We get dig spots, we get trunk, we get luck, we get some redraws. Turnip is very nice because I was down to 39 steps, but food is just around the corner, so that's not too bad. Hello, estate. Very lovely today. Nothing. Okay, great. Nevertheless. All right. Now this is also not a Remo spot, so I guess let's just go for it. This could even be a dead end spot quite easily. There goes another key. Not a good. I'd love courtyard, but it's not a good spot for courtyard. I'm gonna do some redraws here because, ooh, hey, this could be the spot. This is kind of perfect actually. Let's put solarium here. The other thing that's good about it is actually its effect. It makes unusual and rare rooms more likely, and some of the rooms. Oh, I can cross off Maid's Chamber. Yeah, I think some of the rooms I'm trying to go for will be unusual or rare rooms because I know that I have changed the rarity of Drafting Studio. When I was kind of I think I'm effectively done with Drafting Studio now. Yeah, I think let's do that. Solarium, please. All right, now I'm looking. I'm going to see If I see a letter, I'm sort of trying to look generally first. Do I see a big letter somewhere? There's a freaking T! That's really... That seems so obvious now that I'm looking for it. I must admit, I probably never really focus my eyes on the... Like, I just kind of look at this, look at the windows here in the background, you know what I mean? I just look at the overall prettiness of the room, but my focus is always on the floor and the table here. By the way, thank you, nice stuff. Also, timely, some Bridget correspondence. Bridget has this very cursive script with a lot of little loops in it. There's something that seems slightly floral about it, but still very neat and proper. That was such an amazing find back in the day. That is a T. That's so obvious now. I never saw this. Coming back to the beginning of the episode, is that cracks in the window? Those two bright spots up there? It could just be sort of the effect of the fact that there's obviously a sort of a light source above here to create this nice light effect, but also that could be two little cracks. I don't know, not sure. I'm not sure, but I tell you what, that's a T. That's a T. So that would mean in Mechanarium we have an N. I think in Planetarium we have a lowercase e. In Solarium we have a T. And in Aquarium we either have an X or a W, which means the word I'm able to make is either next, which is something I had on my original list, or if the W is correct, then it's newt. Is there another thing? If it's an X, there's nothing like Texan. There's nothing else I can do. Went becomes a possibility if it's a W. Or twin. So it's either next, newt, or went. If if I'm correct about if I'm correct about those letters. None of them mean anything to me, but I guess that the whole thing was that it was like no one knows why, right? Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, that's all I can think of. Next, went, or newt. Newt is probably... It would be kind of cool if it was newt, because it would sort of go along with the weird mystery of mantis. Went. I suppose it just generally has a... I suppose it only just generally brings to mind the idea that we went to these rooms, or that Mary went to Eraja, or something like that. Next, I like next as a possibility, because next tells me there's more coming, which is the reality that I like to live in. Interesting. There's a general suggestion that more is coming. I like that. Not Randolph. I mean, I would love for more Randolph content, but cool. Okay. All right. That's not too bad. So just to get back to the whole Remo thing, from south of dining room is a Remo, south of showroom is a Remo. Is a Remo spot, and north of aquarium is a Remo spot. So we must draft into a Remo spot no matter what. I guess let's go... It doesn't matter, does it? I can't really think of a reason why it matters. Let's just go from showroom. Yeah, just something that can open up some more possibilities though in general. Okay, now this is a possible remo spot, but it's also a spot that would be really good for more exits. So from that perspective, pool or gym would be the best things to go here. Otherwise I really like courtyard. I really like courtyard. But I'm going to do a bit of redrawing. Let's see if we can get pool or gym. I mean, what I like about this spot and these kind of spots in general is I feel 3-door rooms become, you know, good options. Vestibule is otherwise also a very good option, but there we go. All right, I think it's time for pool, and what this is good for is it means locker room also becomes an option. That's great. Okay, I think it's pool time. The crappy thing is it's, you know, furnace we also need, but pool. I think it's pool. I just wish it was pointed in the other direction because I have a very east-facing house at the moment, but we will make it work. We'll make it work. Pool, great. Oh, I get to cross it off my little list here. Excellent. I'm just gonna fall down and get these chunks immediately. Oh, money is actually really helpful right now. I might actually be saving up. I am a 1 coin. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm a few coins away being able to buy something else in the showroom. Excellent. Let's look up at this view of pool, which we don't see very often. Pool it is. Up. Locker room, you're next. Maybe. Oh! Something strange is buried in the pool. Well, I love hearing it. I love hearing that I've got to dig in a room. Because, like, I'm eventually going to dig in every single room anyway. But being able, knowing, you know, like with Locksmith, being given a little bit of direction for that, I am very happy about it. Pool. Pool. Oh, sorry. I was rubbing my hands together here, and I smacked the microphone stand. Cool. Pool. Great. Excellent. That's such good news for me. Pool becomes my next. So I'm guessing, again, you know, it might relate to dig spots, or I don't think we ever have dig spots in the pool, actually. Might even relate to one of the other shovels, but my guess would be that this is a treasure map. This is a treasure map thing. Excellent. Great. Okay, that's worked out really well. Now we have the option. This is great because we have the option for locker room, which I need the remo for, but it also makes sauna a possibility, which makes freezer a much, you know, easier possibility as well. That's excellent. Okay, so south of pool is not a remo spot, but we really, again, it would be good to get a many door room here. That's really what I think I would shoot for on this spot. So none of these. I mean, courtyard is good, but it's closing down my west wing possibilities. It's not impossible, it's just not. It means I literally only have 1 door into the whole rest of the west half of the house, which I think I can do better. I think I can do better than that. I swear, everything in my house is very east facing today. Which one of you is doing that? What's going on? Why? Every option is like east facing. Even hallway here? I really need that ornate compass. Well, let's keep going. I may need to just go vestibule here just to force, force a little bit of access. Alright. Okay, cool. That does the job. That does the job. That feels a little bit more secure. And so now the 2 spots from vestibule are also Remo spots. Now, if I could get terrace here on the west wing, that would be great. It would mean we sacrifice this spot here, but, you know, it would be terrace Remo. But I might leave it as a backup. I think I would prefer to get terrace here from aquarium. Only really because then I could maximize the use of more spots, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Maybe let's go down from vestibule then. Let's see what we get from here. This is also a Remo spot. And maybe even drafting studio, gym, or even locker room could be ideal here. Next to pool would probably make locker room more likely. But it wouldn't be a Remo spot. However, this could be a sauna spot. This could be a good sauna spot. You know what? Let's draft from here and see if we can put sauna here. We've got plenty of other doors into the west, so it can work. It can work. And sauna would make freezer a much more viable possibility. Yeah, otherwise these are all really good options. Hello, Rumpus Room. Hello, Archives. Hello, freezer and drafting studio, but not here, please. Ideally not here. Alright, we've got a few more opportunities. It's not a must, it would just be nice. Well, I guess that's that then. Okay, so these are the options I've ended up with. In that case, if I were to use secret passage here, it doesn't get me to a Remo spot anyway. So I don't really know what I would use it for. Yeah, I really don't. So maybe we just put closed exhibit here. We've got the key card, so this just is access. Yeah, I don't know. Parlor's some more gems, but let's put this here. Okay, that also gets a red room out of the way. Ah, cool. Oh, that's an extra bit of key security. Thank you, Pharaoh. I'm going to assume that was you. You left your, this is a great room to pick up the lockpick kit in, actually. That's one of the most appropriate items for this room. I wonder if it has a proclivity to lockpick. Okay. So we might as well... Hang on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! I just made a mistake on my map. Sorry, everybody. This was a Remo spot. Ah, silly me. I just was on the wrong rank on my own little map here. Well, in that case, I'm just straight up gonna I'm just gonna be forgiving with myself today, because I think I've been pretty strict in most cases. I'm just gonna be forgiving, and I'm gonna transfer the Remo spot down to this spot below. Yep, why not? Why not? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of the problems is that I didn't actually write the little numbers next to the ranks here. Okay, so... Oh, no, wait. No, alright. I was wrong about being wrong. That indeed, closed exhibit, let me be clear here, closed exhibit was not on a Remo spot. This is a Remo spot above closed exhibit. The problem is just that I have... No, and this is not. Yep, that's okay. Laundry room. Dormitory was one, then this is one, then this is one, then this is one, then this is one. Yeah, so closed exhibit was not a remo spot. Silly me, it's totally fine. The problem is that I marked it out, like I kind of scribbling over the rooms on my little map here as I go, and I scribbled that out really quickly. Alright, I need some tea, my poor little brain. But this spot above closed exhibit is one, that's it. Okay. This extra makes... I mean, there's a very small chance I could be lucky enough to get a treasure map today and have it point the X here. In fact, I'm not even sure that it's possible to have an X on this spot. But wouldn't that be amazing if it were to happen? Okay. Alright, just thinking about my strategy. This one below closed exhibit, it's not a remo spot. So let's do it. Let's see what we can come up with. Nothing I like very much. All bad. Sorry, servants' quarters. But I think I know, I might regret saying this, I think I'm okay with keys. It's a bit of a... It's a bit of... I was just thinking about the possibility of the extra redraws from classroom here, if that could be useful. It's a bit of a waste of courtyard, but... No, let's redraw. I need closet somewhere else, not here. Maybe treasure trove. That's point. God, it's actually hard to see where the door is, but that's correct, isn't it? That door goes where I want. Then that is perfect. That is perfect. Excellent. That's the money I need. Now, it would be good to have even more gems than I currently have, because 31's not an amazing amount for the rest of the drafting I want to do. So, let's have a little think. Okay, oh, thank you. Coin purse. So, at the moment I have 85. What would I like? What would I really benefit from in showroom? Definitely chronograph, like that was super useful yesterday. And silver spoon, so that's just 30 and 30, 60. Maybe we just go and buy that. And then we've got like what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 and 115 left here to pick up a big bunch. Yeah, I could do it the other way, it's just that showroom is really close by here. Yeah, showroom is really close by. Let's go and buy those items. Not them. All of a sudden I'm constantly doing that. As good as Master Key would be, I think I can manage without it. So chronograph will be super, super useful. Silver spoon will be great. Excellent. My steps are not amazing. And I suppose since we're about to pick up more money, let's just buy the moon pendant. We've got it for later. Great. Okay. Excellent. Now, that's so good because now we can pick up our dining room meals, all of that. How much money do I want to turn into gems? Oh, real coin purse. The great thing about this setup is coin purse now becomes a gem purse, effectively. Beautiful. That's That's probably as much as I think I might need, really. I don't know. It's hard to judge because it's not as if I do the full, you know, gem redraws on every single space. $12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I mean, I can't possibly have enough gems for the full redraws on every single space anyway, so I'm just trying to find like what seems like a nice balance. That's probably pretty good, and then that leaves me with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I guess the great thing is that since I may be finishing today with Freezer, that means I either carry gems or money over for tomorrow. And with my current study and laundry set up anyway, gems and money can the next day even be converted reversed, you know what I mean? So it's all useful. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. We're doing pretty alright with money today anyway. Okay. I guess the only problem is if I do want to put terrace here, then then we are fully severing our two house parts, which is fine. The only disadvantage of trying to put terrace here is just that I miss out on one square. I don't know which one is more advantageous, really. So maybe what I do is go back to dining room, eat, and then back through foundation to laundry room. Yep. You know what? I like that. Let's do that. Because then we can see if we can get terrace on that spot, and if not, we try for it on the next spot. That works out. Okay. Around to dining room. Let's get all of our steps. Except that I don't have furnace yet. It's fine anyway, isn't it? It's fine, isn't it? I ask myself. I'm now thinking, what if I put furnace here? But then it causes so many other problems. Let's just eat it. Whatever. Let's just eat it. It's fine. This will be plenty. We've got food in kitchen. This is loads. This is loads. Yeah. Simon always leaves a few crusts and a big chunk of one of the slices. Okay, that's good. Back through foundation then, and let's go and change our gems and money. And the great thing is, because we still have a good bunch of gems, we will still get some money out of this transaction anyway. Great. Whee. Yeah, I think this is good because it's very hard to get terrace on the right spots. So let's have this first go at it here. And then otherwise we'll try and do it from whatever that other room is. Vestibule. Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, wild. Random seasonal worker. I mean, not that she doesn't have, like, I'm not trying to be down on her as a person. She's not a random person. She's a real person to her. But how am I getting up to the laundry room? Okay. Oh, we should eat this apple and study as well. There we go. Extra delicious apple. Yeah. Super delicious apple. Yeah, let's change our gems first before we buy anything in here. So gift shop, conference room, aquarium. Nope. Literally the other way. Nothing's gone here yet, has it? No. I'm so forgetful at the moment, sorry, because I have a lot of different things on my mind. Den, commissary, laundry room. There we go. Commissary. I could buy the shoes after this as well. So, gems, coins, swap please. Lovely. Lovely. Can't complain about that amount. There's more money waiting for us in treasure trove. I can buy these shoes. Great. We're pretty good for steps. And everything, really. We're pretty good for everything. So, let's see, with all of our redrawing ability, if we can make this a terrace spot. Go Green Scepter! Go Green Scepter. Oh, no, I can't. I suddenly realized terrace deck. I just realized everybody terrace needs to be drafted from the side. Ah, you all knew. You all knew. This was just a silly mistake yet again. That was a silly mistake. Ah, blast. That means it's difficult. That means I can't do it from vestibule either. Ah, I forgot about that aspect of it. I forgot about that aspect of it. In that case, whatever. Let's see what other possibilities we can get on this room. We'll try for the next spot. We'll try really hard, I promise. I do like sauna as a possibility. So look, there's freezer, but but it's a problem. It's a problem here. So what could be good here? Drafting studio. Silly me. I forgot until I was just picturing it in my mind's eye there. I forgot that it needs to be drafted. It's only got one door. It needs to be drafted from, you know, the inside. Okay. It could be furnace, it could be drafting studio, it could be locker room, it could be closet. Let's see if we can make any of those work. Well, we could play around with the pump room with the 46 units of water in there. We've got the chronograph anyway, so let's go through it all. Excellent. Oh, how exciting. Not only is it locker room, not only does it let us open up the chance of actually connecting our two sides of the house, but it is a powered up locker room. Excellent. I was kind of hoping that we might get the, extra possibility of locker room from that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, good. Today I've managed pool and locker room. Exciting. Where are you? Locker room. Here. Nobody has ever managed to unlock any of the basement lockers so far. You guys will have heard me probably many times wondering about that. I do like the optimism in the way this is written. Like, people aren't ruling it out. It's an ongoing mystery, but we all wonder if it could be possible. I like that. Interesting. Okay. Well, that tells me a lot. Great. Very appropriate for locker room. Nice. There we go. I don't really have enough key confidence to mess with this, but conference room is just below us, so... Yay! Keys! It would be great to get like the dirt spread event today. Okay, it's to be honest, it's still not a huge amount of keys, but it's better. It's better. I might leave it for the time being. I don't know if there's anything I hugely need from locker room per se. Just things that would be a bonus. All right. So that's that. Well, let's keep going up. So this is not a Remo spot here. Oh, I need, of course we're getting, okay. Now this is interesting. This raises an interesting possibility because this is not a Remo spot. So it's no good to put furnace here. However, I could put pump room here, which would also be a tribute to Sam, I have to say, and Sam's bonus Remo today. And then we could carry the power around the corner to another Remo spot. And then we would have the extra likelihood of getting furnace there. And as much as I don't want furnace and all of the havoc it's going to wreak on the rest of my day, I think that's a clever possibility of making it more likely. So let's do pump room here. Let's do it. How interesting. There you are, Sam. Sam, your Remo has blessed today with a really interesting drafting strategy. I've got to say thank you so much for calling pump room into being. It's 45 and... I'm not going to sit here and count them. I'll just take your word for it. 45 and 46. Yeah, the 46 units of water. Excellent. Given that, I've already eaten the pizza, which is a bit of a shame. You've got to appreciate that timing. I knew it would happen. What I then might do is leave this spot so that I don't have to deal with furnace yet. We'll accept that there's a very good chance furnace is going there. And instead, let's head back and do some more drafting in the rest of the house. I mean, I do need, in terms of red rooms, I still need, like, after I get furnace, I will still need, or sorry, not even after I get furnace. In addition to furnace, I still need gym. But gym is still a relatively, it's not common, but it's still, what is it actually? It's an unusual room, but we have solarium today, so gym is not that hard to come across, really. Okay, I like that possibility. Let's mark this room for furnace. Let's do our best to make that happen. I think that's a good possibility. In that case, from treasure trove, which I was kind of wanting to use anyway, we can use a dead end room there. Possibly attic would be good, something like that. Let's then head back. Sorry, there is a lot of back and forthing today, but it is making things work. We can pump up our steps. I don't know, I might save that for a bit later then. And we've got more money. Yeah, we've got more money coming to us in the treasure trove anyway, so let's buy up all of the bananas. All of the bananas. Lovely. Sorry, kitty. Sorry, kitty, I don't have the tool. I can't help you out. Yeah. Great, okay. Nope, that's perfect. That's perfect. Maybe I should have stepped into dormitory. But look, we've got 126 steps. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. Great. Oh, sorry, I was just adjusting my... I nearly walked Simon off the cliff because I was adjusting my my earbud. Which, by the way, I don't have. Everything I have is wired. I avoid Bluetooth. I just don't really like it. I like wires on things. So my headphones are always. I have like earbuds, but they're always wired. That's just a random little fact for you. Wired everything for me. It works out really well because if I accidentally drop my phone while I'm listening to something, which I always am, it saves me a lot of the time. But that's not the main reason I do it. Cool. So where to from here? Shall we try heading down from vestibule, getting around so that we can draft up into terrace? Actually, I might try and get this single spot here from Treasure Trove. Let's see if we can make that something interesting. This is a roundabout freak. Oh, yeah. No, that's perfect because we'll get our money in Treasure Trove as well. Excellent. I would love to get the red crown today, but it so rarely happens. And actually, unless I have rooms that like connect me around here, yeah, I don't know. It's a lot to ask for. It's not a priority, I guess, is what I mean. Okay, now this is not our Remo spot. Hang on, just double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not. Yeah. We want furnace above here, so ideally the thing that goes here is just some kind of useful dead-end room or something. Sauna would be a very, very useful dead-end room. Yeah, as much as I want attic, great. This means we can... And a key! Excellent. Oh, I love this room so much. And it's a good day for Kararika in the house. It's a Kararika themed house, especially if we get freezer. That'll be great. Okay, I like that. Super good. Super good. And also that helps us out tomorrow. So yeah, let's go south of Vestibule. Now this is also a Remo spot. So this is where something like gym or drafting studio would be really good if possible. If not, then hello. Well, I kind of have to take that. It means our journey into the west of Vestibule is even longer, but hey, it's the chance to finally get the drafting studio freaking Remo, so yes please. Memories. Our apple tree. Our tiny safe. Look at it, it's so cute. I haven't seen it in ages. A little paper safe. I want to make one. I wonder if someone has made this tiny little paper safe. Huh. You know what? I feel like I was thinking about where I've drafted drafting studio in the past. How often I've had it... Hang on. Sorry. So I've only drafted it 15 times. Like, I haven't drafted it much for a long time, for absolute sure. But there was a hot moment in this playthrough. Having a lot of memories of the playthrough today, which is really nice. There was a hot time in this, a hot minute in this playthrough where this was the room of the day, you know? When we were getting all of our added, rooms, obviously. You can the hand still appears here, as if, you know what it's like? It's like Simon is just reaching out and resting his little hand, on the drafting board here, and just remembering when new rooms came from this board. That's the perfect place to leave it while we go to check this out. If we count small gates has a double meaning. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Enumerate and include, the two meanings of count. Got it. Which means Simon has already found exactly 8 between safes and small gates. Yeah, okay. Yep. I mean, I can see that because the question... Yeah, I guess that the question is, are you including Apple Orchard in this? Yeah. And Apple Orchard is like all of our other Apple Orchard, like the combination lock for Apple Orchard is like all of our other things. It's a 4-letter combo in a date format, and it leads to where we find the little fallen over gem stand that represents the one that Denny stole. So that makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. It's just that, as I've said to you guys before, it's just that I recognize, you know, like I fully recognize that what's being said is there's no 8th letter. There's no more 8th red letter to be found in the game, at least as is. All I'm curious about is whether there is the potential in future for that to change because of the fact... I need to go back and look at it. Maybe today I could have a chance at that. No, not unless I get burning glass. Because of the letter that's in the freezer box, where I've said this to you guys many times before. I won't repeat myself too much, but I feel like Herbert is suggesting that separately he has placed 8 red envelopes for us to find. Like, he's not just saying about the 8 gates. He's not saying you'll go through 8 gates. He's saying I have placed 8 red envelopes about the place. And why do I feel like he has done that after the Denny saga? You know, Denny stole a red letter from Herbert. In fact, you know, the one that Denny stole from Herbert was still in its mailbox. Herbert didn't see it. And you guys know that's my belief, right, about the Alzara premonitions, that they are talking about Herbert's experience. Anyway, that's... So, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. That's 8 small gates. Because we are counting small gates as well. And we have to, because that's the same as the one from, like, down near the reservoir. At a minimum. I have to think about... Are there others that are small gates as well? As in a gate? An actual gate? There's no way for me to phrase that where I don't need to keep saying a lot of other things afterwards. Okay, cool. Yeah, anyway, you guys know my theory about that. Excellent. Very appropriate for drafting studio as well. Thank you. Oh man, good memories. Even just the memories of the hunt for the red letters. Ah, so exciting. So, from here, that's this spot. Now, in this whole section, there's now only 2 other Remo spots. One is not the next one, but this spot here above spare veranda. And then there's the one, I'm just going to double check. Yeah, the one west of vestibule, which I'm hoping will be terrace. So, if I cross drafting studio off my list, then this one could potentially be gym or closet would be ideal. Gym or closet would be ideal, but it's not the only possible. There are other MO possibilities up in this section. So, yeah, not a huge problem. Not a huge problem. Oh, hello, Jim. Not on this spot. Not on this spot, but I actually would like to... I would like to put, ideally a room that can get me west here as well. Yeah. Yeah, not freezer yet. Not freezer yet. 3, chapel's so good, because if my plan is to eventually get furnace, we're already getting a lot of red, we're getting more red rooms out of the way. That's not, yeah, no. It's oriented the wrong way. Oh, dang. It's not actually useful. It's not actually useful in the way that I want it to be. So I will keep going. Weight room is... Weight room is good for the exits. It's just... I have such a beautiful amount of steps right now, and this would mean I would have an only just barely manageable amount of steps, really. It puts me into uncomfortable step territory. Not disaster step territory, but kind of uncomfortable. Maybe it's... Look, I've got chronograph. Let's keep it in mind and let's see what else we get on offer. Wrong way around. Courtroom would have been... Courtroom. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if there was a courtroom? I would love to... oh, man. I would love to talk with all of you about, like, your dream rooms. The rooms that don't exist in the game. That would be super cool. Okay... Not very many other good options here, but there is Rotunda. Yep, Rotunda it is. Look, I like the idea of getting a red room like out of the way, but then again, if what I'm trying to do is avoid them anyway, yeah. So this is fine. This is fine. Okay. In that case, let's just go straight ahead and draft south and see if we can get closet or gym on the next spot. One more time, Rotunda. I love this site. I love this site. Great. Okay. Closet or gym, please. The great thing is we can rotate here, which might be helpful. No, it doesn't really matter with gym. No, it doesn't. It's okay. In that case, let's just go closet or gym. Closet or gym. I'll come back to attic if this doesn't work out. I think, yeah. Great. That's the beauty of chronograph right there. Closet or gym. Closet or gym. Closet or gym. Closet or gym, please. Closet or gym? Closet or gym? It doesn't have to be here. It's fine. We can live with it. We can live with it. All right. I think rather than use my redraws, which I'd like to have as a last ditch possibility, we'll just put something else on this spot then. In that case, I'm going to rewind because I might as well go for like a useful room. And experiment sounds good. Drawing room sounds good. I think I'm kind of into attic. I think I'm kind of good into I'm into the idea of attic. This is my sheepish rewinding of time. Yep. All right. Attic suits me. Attic is just always good. Always good. I don't know about that. Hey! Okay. Oh, hey! Oh, that would have been useful when I was looking at the photo. Ah, great. Could it possibly be that this is centered on pool? Hang on. Pool is column B, rank 876. Cross your fingers, everybody. Everybody, you crossed your fingers perfectly. That's the best finger crossing I've ever seen in my life. You did it through space and time. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't even process this. What? How? It's the Baroness. Look at her. She's like, I did that with my moon pendant and my emerald bracelet somehow. And the other architect item I have that you can't see because it's covered up with the other picture. I've got another one down here that tells you where the X on the treasure map goes. It puts that in control for you. Wow. What? Today is a lucky freaking day. I can't believe after getting that remo, I can go straight there and try this. Oh my god. The blueprint's God's, everybody, but also you. You guys crossed your fingers for me, and I so appreciate it. It worked. It worked. And actually, you know what? I've just realized I do have the possibility of burning glass today. It's only a tiny little extra thing, but like, I was just saying it, and it's like, yeah, there it is. Holy crap. Well, you can't deny that this is a lucky day. This actually does... Hang on. Okay. If I do pick that up, it opens up the possibility for electromagnet, because electromagnet is... It's the compass and battery pack, I think, because it's a powered up compass. So I'm just thinking about the remo we got in the previous day that was about the electromagnet being able to pick up lots of little, like a large number of small metallic objects. Now that I have remembered that we do pick up money with the electromagnet, because I'm pretty sure I've had the experience of like walking into Treasure Trove and having it go blah, 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 and pick up all of the money all at once. So it's either a big bunch of money, but my other guess is actually, I joked about it yesterday, but it's actually the locksmith. And I don't have locksmith today. Yeah, problem is I don't have battery pack either. So I'm just keeping that in mind. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to remember that it's here if I need it. I mean, I suppose we can see her other hand, but maybe in her back pocket she has a special Baroness only item that none of us have found yet. And it lets you control where the X on the treasure map goes. You know, like a pen? Like a pen? She has a special architect pen back there. Okay, alright. I want to go immediately back to Paul. Oh my god. No, look, let's draft here since we've got the opportunity. Let's just make sure we don't get lost and found and like lose the shovel or the treasure map. That's the only thing. Alright, now we need to be able to go really like north here, but ideally north and south. So let's redraw with that in mind. And here might be where rotating the floor plans is especially useful. Thank you, Rotunda. So, God. Oh, I'm reeling from how lucky that is. What the hell? What the freaking hell? Chapel's fine. I might see if I can get... Maybe... I mean, here's the advantage I'm thinking about Chapel is that if we're able to get furnace from pump room, then this is again getting a red room out of the way. Yeah, okay. I was just also thinking that I would love to get courtyard. Well, look, I don't know which one is better. I've got the chronograph. I'm going to see if courtyard is a possibility here. There's good old terrace, so bodes well. We just need to see it a little higher. What the hell am I doing, everybody? What is happening with my brain? I'm being given so much luck, and I'm doing some good things. I recognize that I'm doing some good things, and then I'm doing some insane things. I've got too much on my mind today, and maybe every day of my life. I've just realized, thank God I've realized this now. I've just realized that, why was I even thinking about them in a different way? I cannot explain to you. I probably don't need to explain to you, everybody. You know my little brain blips quite well by now. I can just get terrace from vestibule. In fact, that's the only way to do it. All I can do is be thankful that I've realized this mistake now. This is still fine. This is still fine. This is all we need to do. It's fine what we've been doing. I have corrected the mistake before I have enacted the mistake. So we just need to go back to vestibule and draft terrace from there. That's okay. We can just continue to draft this spot and the north and south spots from it. I cannot with myself. I think what went on in my brain when I had that realization that I was trying to draft terrace upwards from aquarium, because I was having that realization in that moment and I realized I hadn't considered it, what my brain was doing in that moment was going, oh, everywhere you've been thinking about the possibility of drafting terrace from here, from this moment, is wrong. And I applied that wrongness across the board, even though I had been totally correct about my original thinking of drafting terrace from vestibule. And the only one I had been wrong about at that stage was drafting terrace from aquarium. But I went, no, you're completely wrong. All your plans are wrong. I was so panicked at the idea that I had realized I was wrong in that moment. I went, no, I'm wrong everywhere. But I wasn't. And then I just created more wrong. All right, let's go on. I still would like to get courtyard from here. Okay, thank you, Terrace, for reminding me. Oh boy. Phew. Come on, no 3-door rooms, really? Courtyard, there you are. Okay, look, I've worked hard for courtyard. Let's put it here. I like that. Great. I like, we've got a green scepter today. I love the idea that I'm going to get more green rooms. What are you pointing out? What am I missing? Is it in this? No, but it was only when we came in here. What am I not seeing? Oh, there's a little key. I see it. There we go. Great. Let's get all of these. It's a root cellar day, so it feels good. It feels good to be doing like as many dig spots as we can. It would have been cool to do an experiment with dig spots, but I think we all know that too many goals in the one day, after having very rigid rules for yesterday, or constraints rather, I think I really wanted to keep today as loose as I possibly could. All right, this is a totally free spot. This can just be for funds. I can't really think of anything I'd rather than planetarium, so let's do it. Seems like a good thing on this spot. Another redraw die is great. Super delicious apple. Prism key that, I don't know, I might find a use for. Dig spot. And a very nice general trunk. Excellent. And a small E. Yeah, that's the best thing I can think of. Excellent. Okay, so this can be anything. We do not want to draft upwards from the next spot. We just put whatever here. Excellent, just for funds. Yesterday I had the car keys, but not today. And I have 20 keys at this spot. I don't need any more keys. But we could... no. I still need the Remo from Freezer, so we don't want to just plonk it anywhere. Okay, no. Let's do a bit of redrawing then. Like what else? I don't know. I'm just looking for a fun option, really. Patio! I like the idea of just having some more green rooms. Oh, you know what? Instead of being silly about... Like, I do like the idea of having some more green rooms. But that would be literally useful for tomorrow, so maybe we just use it for a tomorrow room. I I do want to do that. No, I'm really set on my green room thing. I'm really set on my green room thing now. Like, we're gonna get hey! Battery pack, great. So if I do want to do the electromagnet, I would have to get workshop somewhere, but it becomes a possibility. This is great. No, I love that we're doing a green set today and we're getting lots of green rooms. Hopefully this all makes terrace more likely as well. And then on top of that, loads of dig spots, which will just be satisfying at the end of the day, just to have a big dig spot count, I think. Excellent. Okay, good. Good. All right, let's go check out this pool. Actually, should we draft? Because we'll go to vestibule sooner. So maybe we should do our terrace thing before that. Could I be any more prepared for this? I don't think so. We've got, you know, we'll have the full gem redraws and we've got 7 redraw die to make this happen. We will not use the prism key here. Yeah, so let's just lockpick kit this. Okay. Terrace, please. Go, Green Scepter, go! Go! Terrace, great. Okay, that didn't take much. Excellent. Terrace! I don't get this room very often. In fact, I'm just gonna check. 7 times! I'm on like day 135. I've had terrace 7 times. I really haven't built up much of a relationship with terrace. I apologize. A terrace balcony overlooking the grounds, providing an ideal spot for appreciating all the verdure and greenery that the estate offers. It's a lovely room. Look at that. And this is no doubt, this feels really good. This is the greatest view I have ever had from terrace, because I would have to look back like at my days to check, but I know for myself that I have probably most of those 7 drafts of terrace, maybe even all of them, have been on the east wing. You know, let's do this really quickly. Somewhere in there is a very small number of terraces. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of days. Dang. I'm just gonna have a little slow look at the early days, because I think that's when it was potentially more likely. Look at these weird days I haven't had in a really long time. I wonder when the first time I even drafted terrace was. Thankfully it's easier to look for because it's just on the wings. Yeah, patio I usually get on the west wing. There we go. I think that's probably my first terrace day. Day 25. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. And not that much after that. No, that's patio. There's terrace. Yep, east wing. Yeah, so rarely. There's terrace, east wing. I reckon I've probably always had it on the east wing. If I've ever had it on the west wing, it would have been like once. And it was not this spot, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a difficult room for me, but like it's so lovely. Look at this with the orange is the perfect fruit. The absolute perfect fruit. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful vistas in the game, I think. Bam. Terrace, there we go. When drafting, and it's a green memo, of course, appropriately. When drafting, the leftmost option is guaranteed not to have a gem cost. I'm just thinking to myself, I think, like, I think I definitely long realized that there's, you know, there's never, there's always one, you know, that doesn't have a gem cost. Because I've certainly struggled with gems a lot. And, you know, there's all, you're never completely locked out. I don't know that I fully thought about it being the leftmost one. So I don't think I really, like, fully knew that. If an effect forced a selection where this would be impossible... Ah! Now I finally understand where the special cost bypassed notification comes from. A special cost bypass notification will be displayed. I'm sure you guys knew, I never really fully understood this. Like, I think in the moments when I saw that, I sort of had the odd theory about it. But nothing really seemed obvious or apparent about why that was. Aha! A big aha from me. The whole game, whenever that popped up, and it was often, I think, like, a lot of the time when I saw it, it was like cloister, or something like that. I never knew the answer about why it was appearing. I never really would have considered that was the reason. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. Ah, finally I understand about special cost bypass. Excellent. Thank you, Terrace. And I cross it off on my little list here. Finally, success. Success despite myself. Success despite me. That's the kind of success I'm usually after. Wonderful. Let's just drink this in a little bit. We got a nice half view of Mount Holly. The beautiful, probably oak trees. The path. Now, that's interesting because you can see that the path goes to nothing. You can see that path just stops there. This is amazing because Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? A rock is in front of the tree trunk there. That rock is floating in front of the tree at the back. I don't think I can get a better view of it. Oh, there I can. That rock just floats right in front, despite being in the background. It's just going in front of that tree. Interesting. Interesting. I have never seen this view like this, ever. This makes the trees seem even more magical. But I guess the thing that's magical here is the path, because the path is a part of the architecture of the house. The path is an architect creation, you know, it's a human creation. That's the magical thing that changes. And in this case, it simply stops there. Makes this place seem suspicious, actually, now. Never really have I had... Terrace has enabled me more height than I normally have on this spot, and a much wider view than I normally get of anything on the West Wing. It makes it so much easier to get a really good look at all of these mountains and the things in the distance. That is so peaceful. I just want to spend the rest of my day here now. I'm sorry I've only drafted you 8 times, Terrace. Hey! It's the broken lever. Bam! It just comes out to whack you in the face. And a turnip. Great. Well, that's freaking lovely. I really do just want to hang out here now. Bye. This was excellent. This was so excellent. I'm actually making really surprisingly good on this list of Remo rooms. Again, despite some challenges, some of which are me. Now we can go to the pool! Oh my god! Where's the spot? Down here? Is it under the pool itself? No? Am I wrong about where this is? No. It's here somewhere. On the stairs? Weird little corner? I don't normally have this much trouble finding the dig spot. Are you around the back? I have shovel. I have treasure map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is it. Back here? What? Okay. That's not where I expected it to be, but I'm very excited. What a spot to dig. Why wouldn't we dig in the pool? Maybe it doesn't work with like if the pool is filled or not filled. I mean, of course, if your pool has water in it, like, but yeah, I would just expect that maybe you can't access. So that's gems. 8 gems. That's a normal. Hang on, sorry. What the hell? Oh my god. I've glitched. I'm a little worried. This is very, very interesting. Oh my god. I want to take this in, but I'm also afraid. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid of... Okay, I think I'm actually glitched out. Okay, this is a problem. Oh no. Oh no. I might be trapped. Hang on. Okay, so there's a 4x4 grid underneath the pool that's very interesting because it brings to mind many of the other 4x4 grids in the game. Oh my god. Oh no. It brings to mind many of the other 4x4 grids in the game, like like the purple boxes that are around the place and the and all of the grids that are in the boiler room. Okay, let me get... That's very, very interesting, but let me get back to panicking right now. Oh no, guys, I'm trying to go back in and I'm stuck. I am stuck. I think Simon's glitched out of the house. No! Hang on. I don't know what to do. It's not... What? No, I'm so afraid of, like... I don't think I can get myself back in. Oh my god. Everybody, why? Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I'm not going to say what game this is reminding me of right now, but I'm just going to say it's reminding me of another game. Oh, man. I know I should be, like, on one level, this is really exciting because this is whoa, what the freaking hell is that? On one hand, this is really fascinating insight into the game, and it's a magical experience to have. It's a kind of magic. But, oh my god. Solarium. Tea? Can I go back in the tea? But this is not the day I intended to have. I wonder if I can... Because I'm inside the mansion still. Oh no, this is gonna end. This is gonna end. Well, I have a very... I have a very unique view of things here. I don't... Oh, what? I got myself back in. I got myself back in through the wall of Maid's chamber. Oh my god. Hang on. All right. Oh my god. I'm still a little bit worried that this might like glitch the day out. Because I don't know. Obviously that's just a concern. But one sec. I've got to go and look at the footage because I want to see how many steps I just took. Okay, so that took 4 steps, so I think that probably, you know, we did just walk. We walked the 4 we walked the 4 steps from pool to Maid's chamber. I'm really, I tell you what, I'm gonna be concerned about the possibility of this day ending randomly at some point, but holy hell, we seem to have recovered. That's so strange. That's so strange. It might be dangerous of me to go back to this spot, however. So I assume it's something to do with the fact that because we would have been, we probably dug below where we were standing. And of course the hole has to push you to the side for the hole to open up, and it just pushed me a little out of bounds. Whoa, I've learned so much about the pool today that I didn't intend to. But anyway, I did just intend to look at this. And it's, I mean, you know, like I just wanted to come back and have a proper look at it from different angles. Woo, I am destabilized from that. This was already extremely interesting. I didn't expect it to be sort of interdimensionally. We can walk over the hole anyway, which is weird. Oh, we're sort of... Yeah, okay. There's a little spot around it we can walk. Wow. I've seen more than I should have seen. Today I saw more than a little boy should see. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe we're back. Let's see how long it lasts. I'm just a bit worried that when you get a glitch like that. So the last time we got a huge house disappearing glitch like that is when I was out the front. I don't know if you remember, but I certainly do. I was in the driveway, so I wasn't in the house at all. We had actually come up from foundation, and for whatever reason, the house was like effectively glitched away, just like that. So that's weird, because I wasn't even in the house. How utterly bizarre. Sorry, I just gotta take a moment. I'm somewhere else right now. I was somewhere else. I was somewhere I should not have been. But that was completely fascinating. Yeah, but anyway, but the other thing about that previous time that it happened is that it was towards the end of my day. It's sort of towards-ish the end of my day, but, you know, so after that glitch, I soon ended the day normally anyway. In fact, I think what we were doing, we were coming up from, like, the, you know, the basement area, and we were just going to the outer room. We didn't even intend to go back into the house, I think. We simply passed the house and went to the outer room, and my memory is we called it a day in the outer room, whatever it was. Weird, and now I have to continue drafting with this knowledge I have. Alright, what am I doing? Where am I? Okay, from dining room. Alright. There are 4 more available Remo spots. This one from dining room, this one from pump room, this one here next to east of dining room, and then this one in the corner. The rooms I'm still hoping to potentially get today are furnace, gym, we can't get morning room, and freezer. So all of them are possible. All of them are possible. it would mean this is the perfect spot for gym if I'm able to get it. I only have a prism key, so we just want to use a lockpick kit if we're able to. Okay, I suppose, you know what, now that I think about it, the smarter thing actually would have been to go and get furnace before this, because that probably would have made gym more likely, but whatever. Quite frankly, if my day continues for 5 more minutes, I think I've got to be grateful for it at this stage. Let's just see what we can do. We'll have another gym possibility beyond this, so if this doesn't work, we just go with whatever. There is furnace, but I don't want it here. If I can't get gym here, cloister is perfect. Not drawing room. Okay, just checking it as a possibility. Yep. I don't think this will be it. Okay, so let's rewind. I mean, it's, you know what, it's a weird feeling. I'm even like, God, is rewinding like putting too much of a... I'm really worried about the strain I'm putting on the game now. Cloister. Let's put cloister here. Okay. Very, very nice room for this spot. And what's extra good about it is dig spots. I'm going to have a really big number of dig spots at the end of today, which I like. Okay. Yeah, the dig spots, the green rooms, the green scepter, all feels really nice. So I actually might do the thing that I said. I might go back. I've got a huge amount of steps, so it's okay. I just have to hope that the game survives that long. I'm going to go back and try and put furnace here, because furnace might help for this next spot to be gym. Yeah, alright, I like that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. Oh, where am I? What am I doing? Simon's understandably feeling a little out of touch with reality and existential right now. So weird. And it's one thing for all of the walls and rooms to disappear, but to then turn around and have solarium and mate's chamber there visible is extra weird. And then that upside down mountain down to hell or whatever is down there. Some old part of Arindia. Okay, house here. Good. 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 We might do ourselves a favor by hustling to the end of the day. Okay. Alright. Parlor, kitchen, gift shop, conference room, and up. If I need the steps, the soup will have a good time today. Upwards. There we go. Unfortunately, we'll see how things go, but it's looking like it may well not be a double observatory day. Okay, so we've got a lot of chances to make this furnace. Even the fact, I'm even thinking, it's a shame we won't be able to use closed exhibit most likely. Like, we won't be able to get the crown there. However, I'm feeling even there's the possibility of the fact that there's a red room right next to this might help. This is just a mechanic I'm imagining. There we go. Lost and found, which I want more of, but not here. Freezer, it's good to see freezer as well. There we go. There we go. There we go. Furnace. Okay, great. Coins. Let's burn our freaking little hand on this key. And I suppose let's look into the fires of hell, which we might have already seen a little earlier today. Holy hell. Oh, I can't get over it. The heat from furnace extends to its rank and to the 2 ranks above and below right away. Then reaches the rest of the house over time. Powering the furnace does not extend its reach. That's amazingly good timing because I was literally just talking about this in the last episode and wondering how it worked. And this is very, 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 very validating for me to hear because it explains why I was so confused about what the reach of furnace was. There have been times when I have thought, especially when I was trying to get furnace in conjunction with freezer. Sorry about that. Something powered on my phone. When I was trying to get furnace to help with, thawing the freezer, it seemed like I needed to have it really close. I eventually learned that freezer unfreezes over time, but I didn't realize that the reach of furnace extended over time. So that explains why I have gotten different impressions about its reach. Fascinating. Really, really good to know. Really good to know. Okay, amazing. Every second, every extra minute that we get in this day feels like a gift. Okay. But that's a really, really, really great remo to get. Thank you so much. We got loads of keys, so I don't know. Let's open some lockers. There we go, it's even more keys. Let's get what we get, because all of this can contribute to, things we hopefully will save for, that's the maths one, isn't it? Things we'll save for tomorrow with the freezer. Nice, nothing, my favorite. Orange. I think this one is okay. Oh! Huh? I couldn't even speak! My mouth was open in complete shock then. But I only have one key card. Did I lose key card when that glitch happened, maybe? Hang on. Alright, hang on, everybody. Okay, I just checked back the footage, and I mean, because I looked at my inventory even during the glitch, the key card is still there. I didn't lose it. I don't know that I've ever had the experience of receiving 2 key cards. Really interesting. This day continues to greatly surprise. Wow. Double apples. I'm just turning that over in my mind. That's so, I don't think that's ever happened. I think there are other items I've had sort of essentially double of because they've been car keys, okay. This is a bit of an exceptionally strong locker room, I have to say, on a day when I don't need it. I think I can open everything. I am so weirded out. That's the one that's got the jugs in it. Alright. Gems and jums and gems and coins and joins and alright. Okay. Huh. It's even weirding me out where the key cars. I'm gone. I'm gone for the rest of the day. I'm gone. I think I'm halfway between realities. It's even weirding me out where the car keys are sitting in the inventory right now. It's like we just got mega key luck in that locker room. Car keys, key card, and we did get lots of other keys as well. Huh, we got lots of fruit too. Alright, I've got 195 steps. Let's hightail it back to the other end of the house and get through this day while we still can. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 red rooms, so that's soupy enough for me. Delicious. 232 steps. Great. Great. Some weird things have happened today. I think I might have seen the game's sequel or something like that. The next dimension of puzzles. All right, I'm done with this side of the house. Yeah, we're done. We're good. I think I could get even more steps in dormitory. I can't be bothered. This is enough. This is enough. Okay. All right. Weird. Let's get back. Yeah, nine keys is plenty for the rest of the day. Ooh, I feel like we're running extra fast. Sometimes that feels like it happens. All of the weird things that could happen are happening today. Even the incredible luck, which the game can't even really know about. The game doesn't know about remos, right? So the game can't know that I wanted the treasure map on exactly that spot, on exactly that day. Nevertheless, some strange things are happening today with the blueprints gods, and that's the nature of gods, right? Those are the best gods. The gods that are a bit chaotic, you know? And you know what's making right now extra weird is that I can hear someone is in our building's roof again. Because I think this morning I heard that somebody was having a leak. Somebody had a leak. Oh, I can't phrase this in a way that's... Somebody's apartment appeared to have some kind of leak somewhere. That'll do. Okay. It's just all a bit weird for me right now. Okay, cloister, let's go. Now, to remind ourselves, this is the next remo spot, and then this. So what I have left over now is literally gym and freezer. Outside of the other ones I can't get today. So if gym could go on this spot, absolutely perfect. Furnace will help make that more likely. And I think it'll be no problem drafting from this direction. I can only hope I'm correct about that. I don't know if I could make it more likely coming up here and drafting from this side. I don't know if it makes any difference if it's like you know, both of the doors. I don't know, it probably doesn't, because I've got to put a room here anyway. Yeah, I don't know. So let's just give it a go. So this one, ideally, just something that goes in a few different directions. I'm drafting from a black room. Yeah, so I definitely don't want the prism. I don't want the prism key. I don't even know what it would do. Hang on. Sorry. What would it do if I use the prism key here? I don't have a black throne room anymore. I can't get armory. And I've already drafted treasure trove, and I don't have chamber of mirrors. So, like, you know, I can't get tomb here. I don't think there's any other possibility. I don't know what would happen. But quite frankly, today's been, I don't know, I'm curious to try it, and maybe it just says, no, can't use prism key, right? Maybe it just does that. But I'm also scared to... I'm scared to push the game any further than I have. So we'll use regular. Here we go. Furnace is off to a roaring start. I guess let's just redraw and see what we get. Jim, I need you soon, but not here. That bodes really, really well. Ideally, I'd like to be able to go north and east from here. Would make me happy. Is furnace gonna ruin my freezer? It might do. It might ruin my ability to freeze. I might just have, it's fine. I might just have to live with it. It's not the biggest thing. Okay. Wait, I don't, oh look, Maybe weight room is, maybe we do weight room, because how many steps, it can take a huge amount of steps for me, but I will still have a huge amount of steps. If there's ever been a time for a weight room, it's probably now, right? Yeah, alright. Great. Weight room. It's your time to shine, baby. Let's just do this for the pure novelty of it. Cool. Do you know what? That door sounded a little gravelly, the way that it was opening. It was like... Ah, that was the magnifying glass coming up. Oh, so many nice early game memories. So good. Ah, excellent. Okay. So I guess there's a good chance we can put Jim here. Let's just go for it. I could, is it worthwhile? No, I don't care about getting the crown. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go, Jim. Let's go, Jim. Let's go, Jim. Jim. Gymnasium. Come on, man. I just saw you. I guess freezer is a possibility here, but the problem is that the next bot won't allow Jim as a possibility. It's okay. We've got 7 redraw die. Come on, I've seen like every other red room. There we go. This is working really well. Everything as it should be. Everything normal. Excellent. All right, let's shoot. For the I can't think of any good basketball references. The treasure trove memo 42 has a double meaning. Ooh la la. To do with Jim, maybe? 42. Let me pull up my records. I've got records of treasure trove memos in both of my notebooks. 42 is the very last one I have in my first notebook. It's a white water or fire symbol. It's a green memo. A secret door lies hidden in the greenhouse. So obviously it's been a long time since I've looked at these, but from memory, shouldn't that mean... oh my god, hang on. Was it handwritten? I don't have down that it was handwritten. Is it because of the fact that there's a secret door there that you smash down the wall to find? Denny's little secret office there. And is it also because of the possibility of putting the broken lever there to open a door into the antechamber, potentially? What I was trying to remember is, what was the rule about memos being true if you changed the color in them? That was... handwritten green memos are always false, but would be true if you changed one color in the text. Okay. But I don't have down that this is handwritten. Okay, anyway. That's probably not it. My guess so far, immediately, would be that this relates to the fact that you can also open an antechamber door there. But might have to think about that one a little bit more as well. Okay, fascinating. So far we've been making our dreams come true today, and unexpectedly some of our, I don't know, nightmares / just the way dreams are, dreams as well. Cool. Alright, gym success. So we might as well go straight from here. We just need this to give us access to the corner. We won't be using the spot. If we successfully get freezer in the corner, we won't be able to use the we won't be able to use the spot east of antechamber is what I wanted to say. Okay, all right, cool. We've still got lots of redraws. 7 redraw dies is an excellent backup as well. Yeah, I really just need a northward east wing. Hall is perfect. Then again, hang on, so is classroom. Classroom is probably better. We can access the other space below from the other weight room exit. Classroom is better because we'll get even more redraws from this. Oh my god, we're gonna have so many redraws. We're gonna have gem redraws, die redraws, classroom redraws, and corner rook redraws. That's very satisfying. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, and we might as well then... This is our last spot apart from the corner anyway. So let's see if we can get a tomorrow room here. That would just be the most useful thing, right? I was staring at that key card going like, you're the imposter key card. You know, it's not an imposter key card. It's a weird another key card that became my key card. What happened to my original key card? Where did it go? Mailroom? Yeah, I wanted to get mailroom before. We've got, so in terms of tomorrow rooms, I mean, this is really great. We got, I mean, planetarium won't do anything, but we have sauna and we'll have mailroom. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that. Excellent. Order placed. I mean, we got so many steps. Let's just go and have a, let's have a little Denny memory. It's so interesting being at this end of the game with everything that I know now and looking back at this, one of my earliest, possibly even my earliest, I think this was the very first sort of secret message, like something you need the magnifying glass to see. I think this was my very first. Before I knew that this was Hartley's handwriting and I didn't know who wrote this, did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? It's interesting that he wrote that as if he doubted. Anne was the one that fired him, but I wonder, yeah. I wonder what he and Herb talked about, you know? Talked about that. Denny had been with the house for a long time. There's no way that wasn't the topic of discussion. Oh, we just did a little gym squeak with our shoes. Hilarious. Alright. All I need here is freezer, and it probably won't freeze. But I just really, the reason is to get the memo. Oh, sorry, closet is another one I need. I forgot that we hadn't had closet yet. Ah, well, it's alright. It's another day. I'm drafting from classroom. Yeah, regular key. There. I have 4 different forms of redrafting. Between them, hang on, so if that's 4 classroom redraws, hang on, let me just do quick math. 4 classroom redraws plus 4 rook redraws plus 7 die redraws and plus the 8 gem redraws, 23 redraws. I had 23 I could have used and it shows up immediately. I mean, I can't. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, though I do have the possible ingredients for burning glass, I can't, you know, get these things out, but that's okay. It just would have been to put on screen what I was talking about before. But there we go. Okay, so we are frozen, even though we're really close to furnace. The temperature is very slowly going up. Okay, all right, I'm recording. Okay, freezer Remo. As you have all, and this is a red Remo, I recognize. As you have always suspected, the servers in freezer are part of a larger puzzle. Yeah, no surprise there. I think after my last kind of big think about all of that, I think I probably went, yeah, the servers are probably, it's probably really just kind of indicating for people who find them in that order that, you know, Blackbridge Grotto is a thing, and yeah. And I guess just giving you a bit more context about the grotto and stuff like that. Okay, yes. Not surprised, but, you know, good, again, like a lot of other things, good that it's confirmed. So for now we're good. Accounts are frozen. It's a nice little bunch of, you know, gems and coins to start off with tomorrow. Then there's nothing else to do, right? Except call it a day. And the interesting thing is, I go and put something in a coat check, actually. I don't have a single break room today. Wow, unusual for me. Well, we could call it a day in planetarium then. Yeah, I didn't get a break room today. Break room got a break. Okay, in that case, foundation. Wow. It's just always cool to see. Wow. We've been places I really never expected to go today. What a fascinating day for dynamics. There have been constantly fascinating dynamics, like amazing luck, weird luck, lack of luck, interesting relationships and coincidences, nightmarish or, you know, surreal dreamlike descents into other dimensions, mistakes, and then mistakes about mistakes. It's been a fascinating, weird day. So coat check. My God, if I can just make it to the end of the day. Ding, ding, please. I do think that I'm a bit tempted to put key pass in here. What if I check my... Hang on, this is a little experiment. It's gone. No, it's not. I do have a second key card. I'm glad I tried that. I do have a second key card. And now the car keys are in the corner. So that blank spot was I had an invisible key card. I had an invisible key card. Check it out. I'm going to check out. I'm going to retrieve my key card. We don't get the invisible spot anymore, though. That is so bizarre. That is so bizarre. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Keycard and Emerald Bracelet are both so good. I guess there are different ways of acquiring either in the day, so I don't know which one I prefer to put in. I'm just going to put the Emerald Bracelet in again. Okay. Alright. And I think the only really useful thing to do is to call it a day in Planetarium. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, we got freezer as so we got mailroom as a tomorrow room, we've got freezer as a tomorrow room, we've got the other one. Sauna as a tomorrow room. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. This day's been so wild. This has been a wild, chaotic day. This day has been like, it's been interesting because I would say that that was a bit quick. So many things that are weirding me out today. I would say that the day 2 days ago was a really lucky day. I would say that Like just straight out, like so much good luck all throughout the day. Amazing, you know. The previous day was looked like it was going to be a really unlucky day and felt like it for a long while, but then we pulled it back into a lucky day. Today, where am I going? Straight down. And through here. Today has felt like kind of the beautiful but chaotic rushing and chopping of ocean waves. Really interesting. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say about this is actually good, is that, like, I noticed more than ever before when I was in here yesterday looking around, when I look back at the footage, that you can kind of see a bit of a spiral effect through these stars. Not hugely obvious, but yeah, it seems to be for me. But I think the first time I got this room and I was really looking carefully at it, I was more noticing that there seems to be the opportunity for patterns. You know, there are sort of obvious collections and gaps of stars, and I thought, oh, if I find the right position, I'll see a word or something like that. But I think maybe it's a sort of a spiral of stars. Let's do it. Let's call it interesting day. Wow, I am quite frankly amazed that we made it to the end. I'm gonna cross Jim and Freezer off my little list here. This was great. This was a fabulous Remo day. I got almost everything on my list. The only thing on my list that I could have gotten today and I didn't is closet, but that's fine because tomorrow, so we might even do like a quick day tomorrow, because I need to get Shrine to get my monk's blessing, which I can just do straight out of at the beginning of the day, right? Just with a little bit of redrawing. So maybe I'll do a quick hunt around for a closet, and we could even make tomorrow a quick day after that to get to the next day. Call it a day in Secret Passage. My brain, everybody. Call it a day in Secret Passage, and then be able to go back into the rough draft, and then deal with those final remos. This is fabulous. This has been a wild, weird day. I hope you've had fun. I've had so much fun today. There's been so much going on. This day's been so packed. I need to go and give my brain a break now, but thank you so much for watching, everybody. And by the way, 35 dig spots in my archaeological shopping center of the dead, 183 steps taken. Beautiful. So many weird red rooms out of the way as well. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a really great time. I've had a really great time today. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy your sleep, Simon. Good night, everybody.